Yeah. All right, man. All right. So we're gonna go do the points part of this first. So going down from my notes, Dean got 4, Eddie got 4, Amos got 4, and Claire got 3. Though, to be fair, she's not here right now, so we're just gonna mark that for later.
Did I get any?
Yeah, you did. Uh, hold on. Dean, Eddie, Amos. Oh dear, Derek didn't have any failures though, so you got 3. Or else it would have been in my
Okay.
notes.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, it was like 1 all around, except for I guess for you. Though to
Awesome.
be fair, if you had failed, you would probably been squished inside Claire's mind, so that would have been really bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see now. Okay, so as promised, this is going to be the episode where we do character advancement, and we're gonna do some backstory stuff. Um, After the last fight you guys were in, you guys are all pretty beaten up. Zeppo's character especially, he's probably gonna have to get like wheeled out from the combat. Uh, let's see. He's probably can walk, but like people should probably assist him away from the. School's been canceled for the day, so I suppose most people are gonna go home.
Hmm.
What you do between the time you're home and the next morning, feel free to let me know. But then at the next morning, we'll have stuff happen. So I'll go around, basically. We'll start with you, David. Not David. Derek. Derek, what is your character doing when you get home after this? Wait, massive
This harrowing fight.
harrowing fight where you nearly got trampled to death by
Yeah.
by the slime
Tried
creature.
multiple times. And then
Nearly
I
got
traveled
squished.
inside
Yep,
Claire's expanded body.
did that. Yeah,
Fought a demon with her. That was.
that's a long day. It's a real long
Um.
day.
Yeah. I think Derek is gonna go home and probably pull out some of his old books, anything, or maybe he doesn't even go home. He might even go to just like the library or to the bookstore, um, and just try to get his hands on something old to read, to kind of like
Okay.
he just feels like he needs to do some research as to what this thing is, or things like it. I'm not really sure if he would find. He might find something about it at the bookstore, but he also wants to focus his mind on some of the things he's done and learned and wants to continue to learn. So he'd probably get a book and go home and just read until he falls asleep.
Okay. So are you going to the library? You're going to try to go to the bookstore, which I assume you mean the
The
back
back
alley
alley.
bookstore.
Yeah,
Yes.
it literally just came to me as I
No,
said
that's
it.
fine. I just want to know if
Um,
you're trying to get there or you're trying to go to the actual library.
no, no, because he needs something that is gonna work. So
Okay.
he would like, and he wasn't too beat up. He had 7 hit points at the end of that. He was probably more mentally beat up than physically. Excuse me. So yeah, he'd probably get over there once he knew everybody was like safe and getting
Yeah.
home all right, especially Dean, and Amos, because they were both beat up pretty badly, and that really bothered him to see them that that injured. So he wanted to get some knowledge about how he could use his power. So he went and found something that he might be able to read to help him.
All right. So you head to the back alley bookstore on Back Alley Street. You go to the address of. I actually do have an address for that place now. One. Sorry, yeah. 115 and a half is the
Okay.
actual the address. And so you go to
Hmm.
Back Alley Bookstore, you open up the door. Uh, what are you looking for here? Because there is a pretty good library of occult stuff. What more specifically are you looking for?
I didn't know you were actually going to have me do this. Okay,
Hey,
great.
you said you wanted to go here.
No, no,
I
no,
said you
no.
could go to the regular library.
I didn't know if you were just. I didn't know if it was going to be more like a like what's going on,
And
and
what's going on, you decided, was to go
but
visit the Back Alley Bookstore.
that's fine. That's fine. I didn't. That's Yeah. So I would I've been here a bunch. I would know whoever's working. I forget what
It's
their name was.
always it's always the same guy. It's
Yeah, yeah.
Zanzibar the Great, behind the counter with
Zanzibar.
his
Yeah.
giant, oversized tome. He glances
Hmm.
at you as you come in. He beckons you over to his counter. Do you
Hmm.
go?
And
Okay.
I would probably like come in. I know Zanzibar well enough, so like
Oh yeah, he's
I
a
probably
weird
go in,
dude.
but I know him like I know like the weird snacks that he likes to eat or like the way that he takes his coffee. So like I show up with like
So weird.
with a coffee and the pastry and one for him as well. And I'm like, hey man, how's things going, Zanzibar?
Oh, great, great. He goes, "Do you want to take a look at my book?"
Um, and I probably have I looked at this book
Oh
before.
yeah,
This
you
book
know the
was
last time Dean looked at this book, he went screaming into another room. Pretty
uh
much the last response that someone looked into his books.
well no, but I mean but have I looked into it? Because
Into
I
his
don't
tome? No.
I don't think I was there because it was Dean and
Oh yeah.
sorry and Luna's character
Oh
that
sorry, you're
went.
right. You weren't there, but you've heard reports that looking into his tome is usually bad for your mental health.
Uh-huh. Um, maybe. So what I'm, I don't know if you heard what happened at the school. I mean, it only just happened,
Oh yes, it was
but
very exciting.
oh, you did hear. I guess that makes sense that you would be hooked in with that kind of thing. Yeah, no, it was pretty traumatic, man. There
Did you,
was,
and the Birdman went flying through the air. He just it was
yeah, the
he does this
Birdman
clap
was,
motion with his old hands.
yeah, and
By the way,
so
you
yeah.
know that this guy is, while generally nice, kind of off his own rocker, just
Oh
in
yeah, no,
general.
no, that's why uh, Derek enjoys coming here.
Oh, good.
Not just for the books.
Okay.
Um,
So what has brought you here today?
I'm after seeing all that stuff and all that people calling it magic and everything. I
Well, it
want to
is.
know. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I know it is, but I want to know if I can like pick up on any of that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Like
You want to
there was
learn the
some.
dark arts?
I mean, maybe like at least like the not like the dark arts, but maybe like the
Hmm.
mood light arts.
Ah, beginner magic. He'll dig through like a pile of crap behind him, and he'll pull out this book that is kind of thin, and
Hmm.
anyone with reasonable intelligence goes, he's giving me like a preschool book. Like it looks like he's giving you like the trainer manual for beginner mage. And he's here. I
I kind of thumbed through it, and I think I've read this one before.
uh,
Um,
no, you probably haven't read it before, but it is. My God, some of them don't even have verbal incantations. It's just hand motions of just
yeah,
like,
yeah,
just
yeah.
this.
Yeah. I mean, this might help, but I mean, I feel like I know a couple of things to be honest,
Oh, okay. He'll
and
pick
really
out. Yeah, go ahead.
like seeing some of the people get injured today. I really want to be able to like help people in that way, like I want to be able to like if
Uh,
somebody was injured, I want to be able to go over and help them out if I can.
He'll
I
look.
mean,
He'll look at
I think,
you and he'll still focus in like this a little bit when you say help people because he's like your character in general. Well, all right, and he'll reach under the counter and he'll pull out like a white tome with some sort of religious-y symbols on it, and he goes, "Eh," and he'll hand it out to you. It's
yeah,
fine.
yeah, yeah,
It's not
yeah,
one of the top sellers.
yeah, 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 yeah. This would be helpful. And yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
there's a something in there for you. Your other friends will get them too, but there's something in there for you since you decided to come here early.
Oh, um, uh, I open up the book like, how do you, I don't want to ruin the surprise, but it's something. Yeah, okay, that's fine.
You
I'll make
see
sure to
like
share
the
this.
edge of a black something stuck kind of in the middle of the white book he's handed you.
Okay, okay, yeah. There's physically something in there.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Cool. So I'll throw him some cash, and whatever it costs. You
Okay.
know.
Uh, what does he charge? Does he want money? Um, yeah, he charges you some exorbitantly low amount of money for that book. It doesn't sell very well. So
Hmm.
here,
Hmm.
here you go.
Yeah.
Take that, and he'll wave because he assumes that you've gotten what you wanted.
Yeah. If I need anything else, I'll come back and check in on you.
Okay. Uh,
Thanks, buddy.
the last question I have for you, because you're going to go home and start reading that, is do you look what's in the book, or do you wait till you have time? In the next morning or whatever.
Um, I mean, when I get out into the alley, I'm sure the alley's still pretty quiet.
Yeah, the
So
store's
yeah,
gone,
I
but the
would.
alley's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, but so I'll open up the book and see what he had in there for everybody.
Okay. In the book is a black envelope with a red wax seal that has the address for the back alley bookstore, and it has a
Hmm.
nice little on the wax seal. It has a little like emblem of like what you think a back alley bookstore logo would be, which is like a descending staircase, which seems way too lifelike into a doorway. Um, do
Hmm.
you open it, or do you wait to go home to open that?
Well, he said that was for my friends, or he said it was for
For
me and my
you
friends.
and for you and your friends, but you came early, so he just handed it to you rather than having to mail it.
Oh, okay. Um, I look at it and I'm like, I wonder where the hell he would have mailed it to. I'm gonna go home and open it there.
Okay. Uh, I think I will cut to the next person, and then we'll do the surprise as one kind of group.
Yeah,
Uh,
I don't want to take up all the time.
no, that's fine. Next up, Eddie. Eddie, your day of combat has ended. You can decide what you want to do with yourself now.
Absolutely. Yeah. Eddie, at this point, he's going to try to reach out to Peacekeeper.
Okay.
So I believe that they can communicate via radio because they set that up earlier.
They did. There was a way that you could do that.
Yeah, I'm down to just one HT, but I have it and I'm ready to make a contact.
Okay. You can try and call Peacekeeper. To make sure that it's one of the times where they could actually answer the walkie-talkie, you might have to make a magic roll at 2d6 for luck, basically. So that
Sounds
would be
good.
so that the phone call actually goes through, and it's not just at some weird time where they can't answer.
Yeah, that's a luck run, you
Yep.
said?
Basically, luck roll.
Oh, here's my die. Hold on. Ah, I got too many dice. Hold on. There we go. Okay, and magical. It's a mystical.
Oh yeah, mystical. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Oh, geez. My mystical, my luck isn't that. I don't have great luck,
Oh,
so
so
that.
okay. So you might end up calling them at a wrong time. It happens.
Yes, yes. That's a four. I think it like yeah, adjusted four.
Okay. So here's a great way to rack up failure points. So there you go. What XP? I'll write that down on my chart. Um, okay. You give your call sign. You say peacekeeper answer basically, and
Hmm.
the phone. You don't hear any. You do hear like a crackle, but it sounds like someone like reaching into their bag to like turn their walkie-talkie off.
Yeah, 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 yeah. This is WA252B. Calling K4BDQ.
You get some weird like staticky noises as if like I said someone's like trying to shut the phone the walkie-talkie connection off if the mark goes off.
QSL. QSL. It was
Stop calling him. Still wandering about as a person. All right. Well, that didn't seem to work. Do you want to
Yeah.
try again, or wait, do something else today?
I want to swap frequency and see if it was just I'll try
So
one of
no,
the
so
try
no
a
bug.
backup try a backup frequency one of their other radios.
Sure.
Sorry.
Roll again.
Oh, sure, sure. All right.
This is only
This one maybe might be a radio at like their place, like
okay.
one of their spots, like a. Oh, cool, cool.
So you
That's a
switch.
7. So minus. What is it? Yeah, -2 now. So
Oh,
just
right,
a
because
5.
because you just did a roll again on something. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So it's a 5. So it's still a failure. No, this is
Yeah,
way funnier. Okay. You adjust the frequency, and you're like, all right, it must have been a problem with the phone call,
yeah, yeah.
and
The
ah
WA2 to Key 4 Bay D, or Kilo 4 Bravo Delta.
human, have you selected a person for us? Human, answer.
That's a complicated question, and I will get back to you about that. But to long story short, yes. Okay. Bye.
Very good. And then just like connection just cuts. Well, it's a radio frequency.
Yeah, I'm like, oh geez, I forgot I had that programmed. It must have been rerouted through the base station at home. Forgot to turn that off.
Either that or they hacked your phone call because they heard your voice and they're like, oh, there it is.
Yeah, something. It's
Uh,
unexpected.
all right. I don't know if you want to make any more phone calls. I mean, you're gonna be at a
No,
negative
I
three.
no. What Eddie would do at this point is actually just see. He's gonna make his way to the. Do you remember the junkyard, like the
Yeah,
old
yeah.
place? Yeah. So he's
Just
gonna go
visit in
to the
person.
old car store and just see if what's up.
Okay. Well, you're fast. So we spent like a good half an hour, 40 minutes probably fiddling with phone calls, and then you just like screw it and you just run. It was already kind of afternoon. It's not night, but it's getting to like dusk as you arrive at the auto parts place,
Hmm.
her auto store, which I do have a name
Yeah.
for. Give me a moment. Werther's Original. Let's see. It's around here somewhere. What do you make too many places? Oh, here we are. Clovenfoot Auto Sales. So you make
Oh
your way
yeah.
to Clovenfoot Auto Sale, and you see that the lights are on in their home. So you just gotta knock
Oh,
on the
cool,
door.
cool. Yeah, and I imagine outside you could see the dusk, kind of the sunset over the like the cars out there,
Yep.
all the
And
old junked cars.
the lights are on. Somebody's working in the background, and I assume you like knock on the door, and the
Yeah,
person's gonna go and ring.
I go to press the doorbell. Boop, bing
Okay.
bong.
Well, I mean, there's only like a couple people that even know they're here, so you'll hear somebody stop what they're doing and then wander up. Alex is arriving, just so you guys know.
Peacekeeper, is this a good time?
Peacekeeper will be, yeah, you can come in. Obviously the voice is synthesized through the helmet.
Good, good. I was just making sure you had your helmet on.
I mean, as someone as smart as you is probably guessing who I am already, but
I know, but you know,
we'll stick to the standard form of conversation, I suppose. Uh, so what brings you here besides what happened earlier?
yeah. Well, I did want to catch up about that, but
Sure.
also I was wondering if I could use your workbench.
Yeah, absolutely. Whatever you need. I got plenty of room in here.
Oh, great. Yeah, I brought some stuff, and there's Eddie has like being as quick as he is, stopped at home, grabbed a few things, and came here.
Just did like I picture like a triangle zip where it's like
Yeah.
all right. So you bring some stuff. Are you build? What are you building? Out of curiosity, or I guess you'll tell
Yeah,
me.
I'm imagining since I have like a -2 mystical,
Yeah.
I can't rely like purely on my just my straight up magical power to do some of the physical attacks.
Right.
So I'm imagining he's creating some sort of like conductive exosuit kind of thing, or something
No,
he can
you
wear under his clothing,
okay? Let me
that
think.
he can use to create ball lightning out of his static barrier.
Okay, so you're gonna put this suit on, and it's gonna let you basically generate.
It's
Actually,
gonna let me focus the, yeah, store and
are you making
focus
a whole
the
suit? You could just
energy.
make. It's probably easier to make the equivalent of like Nintendo Power Gloves or
Yeah,
something,
I mean they're
and then, like
basically
put like
Nintendo Glove gloves, but
put those on.
there's like a chest piece kind of thing that like is like an undershirt that
Okay.
goes to it so that it's able to
Okay.
be more efficient.
So yeah, so it's like a chest piece under your clothes and like the ridiculously not ridiculously large gloves, but oversized gloves. You and Peacekeeper are gonna get along great. So you get the big Nintendo Power Gloves. You'll use the helmet
Yeah,
next.
basically, because I was sort of in that last fight. Eddie was like, geez, I can't like my static barrier is effective, but it's not as effective as it could be.
Okay. So that's fine. So you're gonna work all night basically on your gloves because that's gonna take a while.
Yeah, it's a whole thing, and
Peacekeeper will assist, obviously. Oh
it's got
no,
like
that. What if
conductive
something falls
thread
off?
and like some passive electronic components to
So what I want you to
capacitors and
do
stuff.
is roll mental, and Peacekeeper's
Yeah,
gonna give you a +1 bonus because
sweet.
they're helping you, so it's working together. That makes sense to me. So that's gonna give you a +1.
All right, and that's so that's a +4 in total, which is helpful.
All right,
That's a 10.
you have a natural bonus from your other ability set. Okay,
Yeah, I have a +3 and that's a +1, so I have a 10
cool.
there.
Okay. It will take the entire night pretty much, but you can build like up until like early in the morning. Did you while you're working on it, Peacekeeper steps out of the room, and then they step back into the room, and they go, "Don't worry about going home. I've taken care of it." And then you do like the mask makes like if it could make like a glow smile or something, it probably does, and then goes back to work.
Oh, I did call well, I stopped in earlier and I told my
Oh,
parents I
you
was
told your
heading out.
parents? Oh, okay. Well, this will still work anyway. They didn't know that.
Yeah. I just said I was gonna be out tonight and they were fine with that.
Oh, okay. That's fine. I gave them something along those lines too. So that'll be fine. Do you ask specifically what Peacekeeper did, or do you just like kind of brush it off?
Nah, I trust Peacekeeper enough. I'm like, okay, thank you.
No problem. You should be able to work into the early morning. I'm gonna get some sleep. I got work tomorrow, so I gotta
Oh,
get
right. Yeah,
going.
what time is it? Eddie will look at the clock.
It's
Oh,
like 11, like already like 11, 12 o'clock. They're like, I still
Jesus.
got and she was. It sounds like they're about to say papers or something, and it stops themselves and says, I have work to do still before I go to sleep. So
Yeah, no problem, of course. Yeah. Oh, do you mind if I have some of the orange juice in the fridge?
feel free to just shrug and kind of wander upstairs.
Thank you.
Anybody think that they're living at an auto junkyard? Okay, oh, it's fine. All right, and we'll stop there for the moment. I just want to check in with Alex. Hey, Alex, how you doing?
Hey.
I heard you
Uh,
were sick, so yeah.
sorry, I'm late. Yeah, I don't know. I might be getting food poisoning. I just like been feeling
Mm.
sick all day today.
Why is everybody getting sick? I'm sorry that that's happened. Are you still good to go, or do you want to like rest, take this one out? It's up to you, man.
I mean, I mean, I'm not really good to go in the sense that I was supposed to work on all the fucking character shit today, like, and I ended up not doing that. So
Okay, so
I
well,
didn't do my homework, if you will.
it's fine. You're not going to be in a combat. Just get me your sheet when the next time we meet
Yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'm saying, if I can just not do that and yeah, give it to you next time.
Yeah,
Give me
absolutely.
my homework next time, T-shirt. But
Yeah, ironically, but yes, no homework, no homework. Anyway, sorry, inside joke. Yeah, I got you. Next time we meet, just get me the character sheet or whatever.
yeah,
It's not a big deal.
yes. Barring that, I mean, I can play. I just yeah,
Okay,
I just feel
just
like shitty.
okay. Sorry
Yeah.
about that. You can get just so you know, you did earn experience from last time, and that was 4. So you
Okay. I won't use that towards the upgrades.
yeah, because technically you can't
Yeah,
have it
yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
spend yet. But yes, everything else is fine. If we don't need your character upgraded for this, this is literally the bonus episode. We're just making ties and stuff before the last few episodes, which is probably going to be like 4 to 5 tops. That's what I'm thinking. Anyway.
Right. Okay. Well, then that helps. Yes. Okay. Gotcha.
Okay. Um, just to catch people up, the only thing that's happened is we're letting people do their individual stuff that happens between the end of the fight and the beginning of the next morning. That's all we're doing. David did theirs. David's character did theirs, Derek, and then Eddie did theirs. So we can just go down and be like, what would your character do after that showdown? What was your character's rest of the day? School is out. You don't have anything else to really do except I mean, you could try to investigate things on your own, but the last time you wandered off by yourself, you ended up getting mugged, and that was not cool. So I just give you a little heads up on that.
I mean, and this is the big fight with the big slime
The
and the
slime and the demon and a lot of problems. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that fight has wound down. The person in question has left, and our school is out. So that is what we're currently at. They were obviously very thankful to you guys, and however, they will catch up with you about all the things relating to how that happened when school is back in session, basically, and they can talk to you about that stuff. Anyway, so what was your plan from the end of that night? I mean, sorry, night, afternoon to the next morning?
Me?
Yeah, you as a character.
Yeah. Give me a. Is everyone else has already gone?
They kind of did the fight's over. We really need to rest or work on our stuff, kind of stuff.
Yeah. Because I need a second because I didn't. This is not a question I expected.
Okay.
Uh,
Do you want me to go back to you and do like Dean next?
yeah. Give me like 2 minutes because I want to think about it.
Sure, no problem.
I think I
Dean, stop.
I'm saying I would
I didn't even say Zeppo, I said D.
because I mean I can like default to like the kind of similar, but I actually do have an idea. Just gotta think it through.
No, that's fine. Give you time to think it through. You came in later on, so it's no big deal. I'll cut to what Dean is up to. And Dean, you're probably up to like crawling into your room. I mean, your health is back, but you're still enfeebled, so you're probably like weak as hell.
Yeah,
Uh,
I visualized Dean going home, putting leftovers in the microwave, heading up
saddest
to his
time.
bedroom, popping in Return of the Jedi, and falling asleep on his bed before he even eats the leftovers.
Oof. Um, just so I think I'm gonna look at the period of time that you need to rest for you to actually get a roll on that enfeebled condition. But I think if I look at basic moves, no. Rest. There we are. I did tab it. By the way, the book layout, man. This book layout. Anyway, just kind of ass. No offense. Okay. Protect someone. No. Rest. With your good day. I just want to make sure that the attempt is how long? Spend the day relaxing with by yourself or good friends. Okay. If you do it by yourself, if you rest by yourself, it's a persona roll. If you rest with everyone else, it's an emotional roll. Do you rest by yourself and attempt to get rid of your enfeebled?
No.
You're just gonna be enfeebled all day. Okay, it is a
Well,
thing.
no, because he went home alone, so
Right, so it would be a persona roll. You'd basically
it
be
would be
like trying to
it would be a persona roll.
right.
So
I can tell you that failure probably won't result in anything catastrophic. It'll probably just be like it didn't work. Like
well, I rolled a 5 and I have a -1, so 4.
okay. You're like I could summon this, and then you're like no, I can't, and you just pass out. So basically, yeah, you tried to shake off your weakened condition, and we're like, no, I can't, and you just fall asleep.
Yeah.
Okay. Was there anything else before you literally fall asleep to do? I guess you just said you were watching stuff and then tried to shake off your status.
Yeah, no, he put the food in the microwave, went to his bedroom, put Return of the Jedi on, and fell asleep.
All right. That's fine.
Probably woke up at some point hearing the Emperor cackle.
That is legitimate for how messed up you got in that last one. You're the only character in 18 episodes to get behind the 8 ball, so that's a thing. So you got definitely messed up. Let's see. I think we're gonna go back to Amos and see what he's been doing, and then we'll go back to the next morning.
Right. Well, I mean, I guess the fight didn't end that late.
No, it ended like in the afternoon, pretty much, because you were halfway. You're only into like the morning into the afternoon cycle at that point.
Right. Well, I don't know. You see, I have a big brain, and I smart.
Okay.
I don't know. It just seems like too many. I feel like there's some patterns that I feel like it should exist that perhaps I'm not seeing.
Fair.
Some sort of coincidences that keep keep appearing, keep repeating themselves.
Sure.
About the recent events and the happenings of the school, of the town. It is by no there's by no chance, by no like random chance that first we have uh, or we have the slime monster. We have the other disappearances through the wall, through through the nether or whatever,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it. And it's the question. The question is, where do all these patterns and all these coincidences lead? As to who, to where, to why? The five W's.
Sure, sure.
So,
Okay. So what exactly are you trying to narrow down here? Are you trying to like figure out what the root cause is? Because I mean, that's not really that hard. Most people will point to Phidias and say that he's the root cause of all this bullshit. Like, so
but why here?
ah, that is a different question, but also kind of been discussed. But you can make a roll on that if you like.
Sure.
What you're gonna try the figuring things out kind of roll, right? Let's see.
Yeah. Well,
Let's see now. Glimpse the truth, right?
yeah. This would be like, I guess, glimpse the truth. Let's
Or you could
see.
seek guidance, I suppose, but that's not using your brain. That's using theirs. So
Okay. And then where's my character sheeter, which is the
I feel like this is just a giant setup to who is in control here, or something like that. Like,
um. Well, 1 second.
yeah.
This would be where.
I gotta remember when the Nintendo Power Glove actually came out, so I could be like, how current to that are we? Like, is that like 90? Give me something to do during the next 5 seconds while I think. See.
So okay, I got you. Uh. mm, Wait.
It was a,
Oh wow, okay, that's actually older. Okay, that's
I
a few
believe it
years
was
back.
1989.
Yeah, it's 1989. That's what it says. But that's pretty contemporary still. Okay, that's like only a few years back.
Did you see that movie?
Oh, I think I have. It's been some really fucking long time though since I saw that movie.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. If I found this, so from streets and then those mental. So I got a +7 plus. I guess this is mental, right?
Yeah.
So that's +2.
Okay. All right. So 7 plus 2. So what? 9.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. 9 on the table then. 9. You can hold 1. So you can ask any of these questions, but again, something like these questions is fine. You didn't get a 12, so you can't literally ask me the question, but you can ask me something similar to it.
Well, you said something like this has been discussed.
Okay, yeah. Are you saying you're asking what has been discussed? As far as
No. I'm saying it has been discussed why in this town.
right.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe I wasn't there when it was discussed, but
Um,
I don't really see why this shitty ass Massachusetts town.
Okay, I can give you for that role. I can give you some stuff that has been in the air but not really boiled down. Right? It's just sort of
Yeah.
kind of talked about. Eddie has mentioned various things throughout the game, but like in pieces. So it hasn't been like we haven't had a real talk, sit down kind of thing, which is kind of what today is also. Uh, there has been discussion about that the town was founded on a much older town where there was an incident where there was a church which where the school was built and some sort of dark evil was released there, and at which point the local priest slash probably white mage of some sort went down there and sealed it up, and then to make it extra secure they built a school on top of it, and then they put more seals and stuff on top of that. So they basically buried it under cement like you would like a mafioso guy. Like they buried the seal under it.
Or like a pet cemetery
Or
of some sort.
cursed Indian burial ground. I don't know. Use whatever
Yeah,
metaphor you
exactly.
like. Another thing you found out since you're talking about the town being kind of dumpy, it is odd that everywhere around this town, like the cities nearby, are very developed, and this town has always stayed kind of suburban and neutral. It's like there was like a charter for the town to be the way it is, which is also kind of odd, which has been discussed lightly in
Wait,
places,
wait,
but
it's a
not.
charter. Say that last word again. It's a
So,
charter.
well, like, for example, a lot of the cities in Mass around you, especially in 1995, are pretty overdeveloped. This area does seem still very suburban, and it has a huge forest and like lots of, you know what I mean? Like, it is. It seems like it's protected in some way. Like it's not being, you know what I mean, developed to the point. Being a smart character, going, there's a lot of land here that is not being used.
Uh-huh. And why is that?
Good question. No one's really dug into that, but it is something
Are
you would
we on a
notice.
reservation? Did I forget?
Yeah, sort of. The idea of a reservation would kind of pop into his head, but then like, a reservation for who? For people? Is it a people reservation? That's not a good thought. Um,
Um, well, I mean, the land should be is owned by somebody though, right?
right. It is owned by the state. It is owned by the that area of the trying to look at the charter.
The,
I
the,
had it.
the township or whatever.
Yes, it's owned by the township.
Okay, but like, then why hasn't it been, I mean, this is America. We
Right,
love.
exactly. Yeah.
Why hasn't it been privatized?
Why isn't there like way more buildings and stuff? You're on the coast of Massachusetts. Why isn't there like rich people's housing all over the place? And like, you know what I mean? Like there
I
is some
mean,
odd
the
things.
the rich people lobby would have privatized this land long ago.
Right, but for whatever reason, it hasn't. It
But
does stick out.
what I'm saying, what is whatever reason, like what that's that whatever is what I'm looking for.
Okay, well, let's see now. What would be the easiest, not the easiest, but the way to get you that information that would make sense? Because no one's really dug into that. Let's see, Colorado Square Mall.
I mean,
Okay, so you can go to the town hall, right? This is gonna be
I was gonna
this will
say,
be your
is there
whole
like
day.
is there some like sort of a library
Mm-hmm.
or some sort of public record I can
Right.
go?
You can go to the town hall and be like, like, can I see the town charter? Can I look at these documents? Those are all, forward facing. You can see those things. Um,
I mean,
so
the charter. I feel like is like what does the charter give me? I mean,
it
usually
tells you
those.
the coverage of the land and like it tells you who were the people who signed it. You know what I'm saying? Like it would tell you like the original founders, things like that.
Sure, but like,
Can I just say that the idea of going like to the town hall, checking the charter, like doing all this research, just very much reminds me of those educational programs from the 90s. And they're like, go read,
Go
like,
read a book.
go to your town hall
Go
and
to your town hall. Do some research.
yeah.
I mean, I am
He's that character though, so I'm letting him do it. I just want to know
I
how
just
he's
think
approaching
I
it.
just think it's very apropos. That's all.
um
Read a book. Read a book.
I mean, I feel like the town charter isn't even really that useful, just because I feel like those things are usually like generally just full of platitudes of like, and now we found this city on the democratic principles and the Puritan
But
values of the Massachusetts states.
it has factual information of the signers and the council and stuff from that time. Yes, it will also have flowery language and that sort of thing. That any document from that time has that kind of language.
Right. I guess I'm more but like I'm not entirely sure that would have like I guess
Okay.
the well, I'm saying I guess like what does that necessarily like tell me other than like okay, these people are the founders and they wanted to make this city,
I mean,
um
that'll tell you at least who the founders were, but you could
yes.
also you have a friend that you could ask. He's probably not doing anything right now, but he's probably been around a really long time. Well, there's two of them that you could probably ask. One I could think of because you're again, this is all a big role. You could ask Alsgarith. He's a weird dude. He's probably been around for a while, and so is his people. Or you could go ask a person who you have no idea how old that guy is, but he runs a bookstore, bookstop. Store. Excuse me.
the
And
book.
the bookstore guy has been known to have records and things of that nature as well. He had maps of the
Uh,
town from before, so.
oh right. I forgot all of. Oh my God, that was a long time ago.
Oh, don't worry, Zanzibar the Great is a big
Yeah,
hook.
no, I'm saying
So.
that feels like forever ago. That's actually not. That might be a good idea actually to talk to that guy. Because what I want to like, I guess what I'm getting at is, you know,
Eddie's
uh,
face.
I'm saying what I'm getting at is that like okay, the charter of the cities, whatever,
Yeah, sure, I get you.
and like public records, like I'm looking at like okay,
You want the non-public records, and if you want
no,
non-public records, you probably should go somewhere else.
yeah, land purchases are a matter of like public record, but why land wasn't purchased isn't, right? Like
Right, right,
why hasn't this like land been, scooped up by some Kennedy or whatever?
right.
Uh,
Fair.
or
No, that's all fair questioning, right?
so like I guess what is more interesting would be like I guess like newspapers things of like you know why has anyone attempted to buy this land, and if so why didn't they like go through, like what is there's like some sort of politicking
No?
that has
Okay.
to happen behind the scenes to prevent people
So
from making.
again, you're going to the local library for newspaper articles, or you're gonna go visit your friend.
That's actually not. I mean, I feel like he's probably a good sort. He seems like a guy who would be interested in this sort of like
Sure.
uh paper trail politics.
Oh no, he's always been upfront with you guys, for better or for worse. So you could go ahead and talk to him if you like.
Yeah. No, that's it. Yeah, dude, that guy. I haven't seen that guy in forever. I forgot all about him.
Okay. So you're gonna go to the back alley bookstore then.
Oh yeah, my favorite.
Okay. So you go to the back alley bookstore on 115 and a half back alley street, and you see the door, and you go in, and behind the counter is Zanzibar the Great, and his usual cheerful mood, and he's flipping through his book. Oh, the second one today. This will make mailing so much easier. Hi, what could I do for you?
Hey, haven't visited the shop in a while. What are you selling today?
He goes, "Oh, I sell various things, as you're well aware. Books of the dark arts, fun occult knowledge of all sorts. Look at. I mean, you could look over my shoulder and find more than you probably want. What interests you today?
Um, nothing. Nothing too mis. I guess what's the right word? Mystical, if you will. Not. I'm not looking at anything
Oh,
mystical, but it might be mysterious.
boring things. Good.
Uh, well, I'm just saying. I'm talking about history, of course.
Oh, he,
Uh,
he enjoys history. He doesn't hate history. It's more like you're asking for like dry textbooks. Okay, he'll look at you. So what did you need information on?
well, that's what I'm saying. History is not mystical, but it can be mysterious.
Hmm. Would do you want to read a book, or do you wish to just know? Just look
Uh,
at you. Yeah, he's not. This guy is not well. He's always been not well, but he's not exactly malevolent. He's just sort of not well.
I mean, that's my kind of guy. Um, but well, I guess whichever will satisfy my quest for knowledge, my thirst for knowledge, if you will.
Ah, the thirst for knowledge. Yes.
Uh,
um, just laughs.
well, how long have you worked around here? I'm just trying to find out more about this town that
Oh,
we.
I've worked here for ages.
Which ages?
Which ones would you like?
Well, as far as I know, this town goes.
Which would make you happy? I'll say 1900s. There we go. Is that an age you like?
this town has been around for forever, and it seems like, the most interesting place we have is the back alley bookstore.
Why,
Where
thank you. He'll adjust his robe.
where's towns around here, you see go to Boston, there's skyscrapers these days. You go to other places and you see large marinas with Kennedy yachts and the like, but we still here in the kind of abandoned, and it just
Oh no, not abandoned, managed. You're managed.
what do you mean by managed?
Oh, like a zoo. Like when you have goats and pigs and things, it's managed. You see, oh, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Did you want the knowledge directly, or did you want me to hand you a book so you can look through it?
Um, well, I mean,
He
I
can.
would.
You worry about how he's going to tell you directly, but he definitely will if that's what he's saying. Like, you get the idea that he will literally deliver that knowledge to you if you ask him.
Well, trust but verify. Why not? ¿Por qué no los dos?
Okay. He'll pull out the boring textbooky tome. You'll find what you seek in here. Now, do you wish the knowledge? I can just give that to you.
Well, yeah. Why don't you spark notes it for me a little?
Sure. He will pull like a relic-y looking thing on a chain, and he'll do this. And do you follow it for a little bit?
Is he trying to?
Oh yeah. But he's like, oh, it works better if you are in a relaxed state of mind.
Um, Let me think about it. No, let me think about it out of character. How much do I trust this man?
He has never actually harmed you, but he does find amusement in making you seem uncomfortable. So I feel,
Previous results are not guaranteed or previous
oh,
actions not guarantee the future
I am
results.
not going to. If you look like you're concerned, he'll be. I am not trying to harm
Fine,
you.
fine. I'll follow it with my eyes. Fine.
Okay, you get into a relaxed state of mind,
I'll
almost.
I'll yes and his
Okay,
hypnotism.
sure. Okay, so he puts you into a more relaxed state.
Mm.
He goes, "Oh, good.
Wait,
Now
wait.
that yep,
Out of character. Does this count as resting?
you'll be able to rest later. We'll worry about it. This is not actually resting. You are just sort of like, everything's very calm and soothing. Because the next bit, if he didn't wake you that way, you'd probably freak out anyway. So his eyes do like a weird glowing thing, and he shoots a beam from his eyes into your eyes. Uh, and so you get like weird flashes of imagery and things that like come by, and then like as you travel through the images, you see like a human and a lizard person and a fish man are all signing documents, and then another person passes the documents around, and then you see like a government official look over all of what they're doing and being like, mm-hmm, absolutely.
I'm
And
sorry.
then
Did you say Fishman? We
yeah,
haven't
yeah,
seen.
yeah. You haven't seen them, but they exist. By the way, don't worry. We'll worry about that role later. This is why you're relaxed. Anyway, yeah, you see a person with like you've heard about them. They're big green goobery guys, and he kind of lumbers over and signs the documents, and the lizard person, and more daintily, like writes their name, and then the human writes their name, and it goes, and by our pact, we will not, intrude on each other's territory, and we will keep this land safe. And they cross their hands and do that. And actually, you could still make a mental roll, so feel free to make that. It should
Feel
be.
free to what? Sorry, I missed that last part.
You can do a mental roll
This is for what?
for what's going on.
Mm, 1 second.
Yeah, yeah. If not, it's not a game-changing problem if you don't recognize what's going on.
6 plus 2. So 8.
Okay. One of them has a striking resemblance a few generations away from one of the teachers in your class.
He has what? Sorry.
One of them has a striking resemblance of like one of the teachers from your class. Maybe
The lizard man?
no, the human at the table.
Okay. Okay. So it's like a descendant, I guess. Okay, gotcha.
But yes, that's what you recognize at the table of the three people. You don't recognize the lizard person or the lizard person or the fish person. But you do sort of be like, well, I guess they're a family descendant because they kind of get the jaw and the face, you know. Um,
Yep.
yeah. I'm guessing you're gonna say who, right? That would be the next thing.
I mean, sure. Who?
Joan Nomura.
Do I know that person? Do I know?
He's your
do I-
homeroom teacher.
Oh,
I hope so.
yeah. Of course. Um, yeah.
And then after this scene starts to get wobble, I'll let you ask like one more question or so. But basically, the scene starts to wobble. You know.
Ask one more question. You said they're signing a document?
Yes, it looks like a secret pact kind of
I
document.
was
I
gonna
mean,
say,
it
I
doesn't
was
say
gonna say,
secret pact across it, but you know, it's like pact
well,
between the three
might
races.
as well.
You might as well.
Yeah, but it's not obviously not the charter.
No, this is like the charter that you hide somewhere else.
The secret charter. This is the real charter.
The charter that is like what was it, like what's that a movie where like you flip the Constitution over, right? You put a light to it. Yeah.
National Treasure.
The National
I've only seen it about 100 times. So yes.
That's the National Treasure version.
I also immediately thought to National Treasure.
Okay. So
Uh,
anyway,
I was gonna say, is there invisible ink involved? But
no,
no,
there is not. There is script written in 3 different languages, but that's only for clarity.
right. And so you said there is a lizard man, fishmen,
Yep.
humans.
A human.
Well, you said something about the big green thing.
No, that's the fish man.
That was the lizard. Okay, gotcha.
No, the lizard man looks just like it's green, but not the same way. More like an off green brown, more like a like mountainside. You know what I mean? Like that kind of color.
Wait, what are we talking about?
The lizard man. He's more like a salamander with
Gotcha.
you know, just okay.
I just thought we were introducing a fourth species here, but
No, we're not interested. They weren't here. They were on the moon. They can't. They're not part of this. Just
gotcha. Okay. Is there any more is there any more scenes after that?
no, that's pretty much what you wanted to know. So no, and then it sort of like snaps back, and you're in your kind of in your own space now, and the headlights on his head go off, and you become unstunned.
Right. I'm not. I just had an outer body experience, basically. Um, Interesting. Does he have any kind of look on his face?
Him? No, he just looks like it's every fucking Tuesday, and just looks back down to his work. You wanted to know. He already knew. It just flips through.
Yes, but is he one of the humans or one of the lizard men?
What the Zanzibar?
Yeah.
Oh no! If you do you ask Zanzibar, or does you just give? You have to kind of ask him because he's not going to care otherwise.
I'm trying. That wasn't a question. That was more me wondering to myself, I guess.
Oh, okay, gotcha. No, he.
Well, okay. Wow, this is quite a revelation. But I'll say that out loud, actually.
Oh, most things are. There's even more in this book. Do you want to look?
I'll take it.
Okay, so he was pointing to the tome on his desk, but if you want to, if you look at the other book, he'll give that to you because you were interested in that.
Wait. The tome on his.
He's always had a big oversized tome full of basically forbidden knowledge, and Dean has looked at it once, and I don't know if you were there for that, but basically he ran screaming out of the room. It's like that was what the effect was.
Forbidden knowledge.
Yeah, it's good. Don't you have a thirst for knowledge? Aren't you? Doesn't it make you excited?
I have a thirst for knowledge, but only as far as it, you know. Well,
He strokes his beard a bit.
Well, first of all, who else knows about this whole before I take a look, but like who else knows about this lizard situation that we
Oh,
have?
most of the people in the government and the people that are in each of the clans, I would assume, the two major factions. The other races aren't involved in it, so sometimes they interfere.
Which clans, which
Oh,
factions?
the lizard man, they have a clan system, and the um the ones that I will call deep ones, because it's classified here. They have a structure, but it's more like tribal, and instead of it being more like clans, it's more like they fight for dominance. Like they have like tournaments and stuff. Oh, that's right. And he starts writing something in his schedule. Sorry, go ahead.
Wow, is there a tournament coming up?
Oh, apparently they like to send people to this underground arena. I don't know. Who knows? I've never actually got a chance to attend yet.
Well, I mean, are you planning on?
If I find the time. I'm really enjoying this section.
Well, if you ever decide on going, I would love to check it out. It seems like it would be quite the spectacle.
I believe it's invite only, but I can see if I can get you a ticket.
Yeah, I'd be interested. Why don't you we want to take my phone number? So you can let me
Oh,
know.
I know it. Don't worry about that.
Ah, of course. Yeah, right. Well, I'll take the book, the history book. I mean, this is fascinating.
Okay.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised that this is such common knowledge, and I have no idea. They never talk.
Oh, don't
Never
don't
teach any
don't
of this in
worry about
school.
talking about it. No one will believe you, and also, because anybody who's ever talked about something like this are always labeled as conspiracy theorists anyway. So you should be fine.
Yeah, I just wish our local school would teach us something more useful than like I don't know, physics or
They
some
they
shit
teach
like
you
that.
the things that are useful to the human world.
I feel like this would be pretty useful too. I mean, knowing how our
Eh,
government
it would
works.
mostly get you in trouble. To shake his head. But if you want to, I'll be glad to watch.
Yeah, I mean, okay, well, I'll take the other book, but this forbidden knowledge, I'm just a little skeeved out by it. But I
I mean,
guess,
at first I was, of course, but it's amazing the things you can learn.
yeah. And you turned out great.
I did. I don't
Yeah,
know
so
how long ago that was, but I did.
mm, that's something that's a future I look forward to as well. So yeah, fuck it, let's go.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You're gonna go around the counter, and you're gonna look at what he's looking at.
Well, I'll take the book. I'll put it away
Okay,
first.
that book he'll give you. He goes, "Oh, there's a special bonus inside. It's in the middle. This will save me the time of mailing it to you."
Hmm. That works.
Don't worry about payment. You looking over the counter will be more than sufficient.
Yeah, sure. So that's I don't have a lot of I'm just a high school student. I don't have a lot of money anyway, so I really do appreciate that. And you seem like a great friend.
Okay. Roll wits about you by
Uh-huh.
looking over the counter.
And that is based on
Wits about you is
I don't have the
no, it's
other
fine. It's fine. I'm looking at it right now. It's gonna be where? Why is that not written the right way? Persona. Persona.
ah fuck my worst one.
Good.
Yeah. I got a 7 minus, I think.
Yeah.
Fuck, where's my character sheet? Oh, it's in the previous. Persona minus 1 6. Fuck.
Okay. So you look over the counter, and he starts laughing because your face goes like, and your eyes get wide, and you stare at the book. And apparently, he's currently reading a section on summoning succubi and what the succubi do to victims, and this horrible and he's like, you have to sacrifice this person to get a specific kind of succubi, and you're like, no, 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 no. And you just move your hands in front of your face and like run out of the bookstore. Goodbye. Just waves.
But do I
Goodbye.
remember will I remember how to do that? Did I
Uh,
once shuffled it
Do you want?
to
Okay, here's what I'll do. First, roll mental.
uh-huh.
So roll your mental stat in 2d6.
Yeah. 7 plus 2, 9.
Okay. Now I want you to roll. Oh man. Yeah, I want you to roll 2d6 and persona again, because you're thinking about how this works. So go ahead.
5.
Okay. Yes, you recall how to do it. The thought of it, though, tears you up inside because it is. You shouldn't do that. That's unholy, horrible magic.
Gotcha. Okay.
But
Well,
he
yeah.
enjoys. He laughs as you run screaming from the bookstore. Bye. Oh, by the way, you can mark 2 experience for later or something. I'll mark it down on my notes too. But yeah, man, failures all around. And this is the vacation episode. Jeez. All right. It's 2. All right. Inside your when you gain composure, inside your book is a little black envelope. If you wish to look at that.
One sec. This is the bonus up. I'm just writing it +4.
He was learning how to summon succubi? No, I think he already knew. He was just having fun with you.
Is plus. Okay. Okay. So, a black envelope, you say?
Yep, there's a black envelope with a red. There's a black envelope with a red seal. From the back alley bookstore. It's got their logo and like the address.
Does it look evil to me?
I don't know. It's a black envelope with a red wax seal. What do you think? But you can open it or here, or you can go home, or you can not open it. That's up to you.
Well, I'll probably go home. I mean, I am a little, worse for wear.
A little worse for wear. Are you?
Well, mentally, but also physically, I do have some hit points missing.
Okay, so you're gonna head home for the night, and that's gonna be the end of your adventure.
Yep.
Perfect. Oh, that's 2 down. I don't even have to deliver the mail. That's great. All right. We'll do it in the order of the people that are gonna get envelopes. So Dean wakes up. You can roll your enfeebled if you like. Do you want to roll your enfeebled for today?
I'm sorry, say that again?
Do you want to roll your enfeebled for this morning, or do you want to just like say that you're still weak as shit?
What do I roll that? What is it? Just a
It's persona again, if it's because it's by yourself.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
See if you can shake off that feeling inside.
Got that long COVID.
He don't say that because he just got his first COVID the other day.
I know that's the joke.
Oh, okay. That's fucked up.
I hate COVID.
Yeah, of course he does. Everybody does. No one's like, oh boy.
I rolled a 7 minus, so I was 6.
Oh nope. Yeah, why is all the failures are all gonna happen during the stuff that doesn't matter? This is what's gonna happen. Nope. You weakly kind of wander around the house and you have your breakfast, and then you do see that mail has fallen out of the slot and is in your kind of front area of your doorway. One is addressed to you. It is a black envelope with a red seal on it.
Is there any indication who it comes from?
Oh, it says back alley bookstore and it has the address.
Oh, okay. Well, I take it with my breakfast and I head back up to my bedroom.
Okay.
I really hope it has the rest of the instructions on how to summon the
succubi. Yeah, you wish. And you know how to do it. You made your mental roll on it. The question is, anytime you try to do that, if you try to do that, you're going to be making emotional rolls because you know how awful it is. Anyway, back to Dean's breakfast. He's upstairs, and you have your little envelope. Do you finish your breakfast, or you open your envelope while you're eating?
I open it while I'm eating.
Okay. How?
So it's just
Just asking.
it's no, it's a good question. It's just a black envelope. Is
It
it
is.
like, is it fancy looking? Is it like,
You know, it's a nice
this
black
would-
envelope. It's very classic.
yeah? So
Gold
I
rendered.
get a makeshift letter opener.
Okay, so you can
I
kind of
use
like
my
pop
butter
the seal.
my butter knife,
Okay.
and and I want to try to carefully peel it back without tearing the envelope because it's a nice envelope.
Okay.
And I want to, like, it would be cool to like display on my trophy
Sure.
case.
All right, so you carefully open the envelope, you pop the little seal off of it, and then a party popper noise happens and confetti sprays out of the envelope. And inside is looks like a black ticket and a handwritten note.
Oh, what the heck is going?
It's
What is?
confetti all over your breakfast. It's the room.
I ruined my break. I don't want to have to make more breakfast.
Now, for the rest of you,
he picks the confetti out and he
For-
takes another bite of it.
for the rest of the players, know that you don't actually know this when opening the envelope, just not to ruin the surprise for your character. So try to ignore that part. All right, so you have the bits of confetti. You pick it out of your breakfast. It wasn't a lot. It was just it sprays confetti. Do you?
What does the note say?
Okay. You go and you read the note, the handwritten note. Are you surprised? I bet you were. Please excuse the humor of an old man. There's a favor I'd like to ask of you. Come test out my new beachfront resort. I'm sure you and your friends could use some R&R. It'll be a great deal for both of us. So pack what you will, though everything will be provided. Then stop by the back alley bookstore by noon. Do not worry about informing your families, as it'll be as if no time has passed. Also, do not worry about this being some sort of trap. I'm partial to not interfering with your work. Lastly, there is no financial cost of using the resort, and you'll be safer than your everyday life. Your benefactor, Zanzibar the Great. And that's what's on the note.
So, so is the black envelope the note, and then there's like a ticket?
No, there's a ticket to looks like a resort. It's called the Infinite Sands. It's black with like a black ticket that you'd rip.
Does it have an address?
Yeah, the back alley bookstore.
No, like the Infinite Sands.
No, it is literally just a black ticket with Infinite Sands written on it and a little ripper thing.
Yeah, Dean is still feeling pretty exhausted, and he just doesn't want to deal with these shenanigans. So he just takes the envelope and he brushes aside the confetti and he has the ticket and he just puts it on his bedside table.
You are given. It is saying that you will get a week's worth of R&R at this place, and no harm will come to you.
Does it say when I have to?
You have
when
to.
and where?
So this is the morning, so you have a few hours, probably about 4, to go to the back alley bookstore and be there by noon.
Okay, so I just quickly finish my breakfast. I get dressed. Anything that I feel like I need to take care of around the house before I head over to in order to make it in time. I take care of any loose ends, and then I go.
Okay.
I packed my bag. Just out. It's like it's a week long. You said.
Yeah, it says it's
Yeah.
a week-long excursion, basically.
Yeah, I just packed my duffel bag with a few sets of clothes.
Okay.
He's probably not going to change his clothes anyway, but it's
okay.
good to have backup.
All right. So that's one. I guess people that are going to get envelopes, Eddie would get one in the mail. So Eddie would wake up. I have a feeling that you would just kind of go out and get your mail, like from a box. Like you kind of like go out and like, oh, it's part of the morning routine.
First of all, did I even get home? Like, did I just work through the night?
You work through the night, but like basically you would like crawl home, but eventually your mother would probably wake you up and be like, it's time for breakfast.
Yeah. I think what I imagine is like it was already like 11 o'clock.
Yeah,
and I was not even finished. I probably finished around like 1, maybe 2 in the morning.
The question is, the question is whether or not they would send it to your home or send it to Peacekeeper's place at this point. Yeah. Nah, it's more funny that way. As you're working in the shop, as you turn around to face the door, an envelope kind of flutters through the mail slot.
Oh, great. Okay. As Eddie will be like, huh? Go look at it. And I was like, is this for Peacekeeper?
No, it has your name on it.
Wow. Gee, what? Oh, geez. Is this Zanzibar?
You see back alley bookstore on it.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. He always knows. He knows everything. I just
The GM
pick up
inside
this-
of the GM. It's like
Yeah.
the GM.
Eddie picks this up. Jeez. And kind of is like doesn't know what to expect, but is kind of knowing Zanzibar. Knows he knows Zanzibar.
Right.
So he takes it over to the workbench
Yeah.
and he gets those like sorry, I'm trying to think of the
Just
term.
like scissors or something.
Not even just he has those like he was working with conductive thread, so he
Yeah.
has like really sharp um like
Okay.
like fabric scissors.
Okay. And you like carefully like cut
Oh,
out.
the seal on it. So he's gonna go pop the seal off. So what he does is he grabs the heat gun
Yeah.
and
I
just
don't know
starts.
if that's gonna mess with the mechanism. All right. Yeah. Use the
He
heat
just
gun on it.
blows the
No, no, no.
seal
Yeah, no, no. That's what would happen. So
and
you
scrapes
start
it off.
heating up the seal. No, you start heating up the seal, and
Yeah.
the whatever the conductive explosive material behind it. It's not very explosive, but it is there. You heat the seal, and your envelope pops open, and confetti sprays out.
Ah, shoot! Ah.
Because it would be behind the seal. So you're like
Yeah.
heating it up.
Yeah, it starts sparking. Going, ah, gosh. I
That was
like reach
the confetti
instinctively
is
for
actually
the
a little bit
reflexively
burnt,
for
a
the
little bit
fire
burnt.
extinguisher. Like, ah, shoot. Does it say what happens after that?
The envelope isn't on fire. Though there was little flaky fire bits because that wasn't how you're supposed to open your mail. Uh, Inside is just a note and the ticket as described to Zeppo's character.
He knows I have a pyrophobia. Why would he name it the Infinite Sands? I Zanzibar.
Maybe because of that reason.
Yeah. It's like Peacekeeper is probably
Oh, well, he would have heard it would have heard a noise because you would just been like,
yeah.
fuck.
It's
What?
fine.
Oh wait, I have to kind of make a mental note. Would they? Yeah.
Probably.
I mean, would they remember? It's like the middle of the night. Is someone going, oh fuck, and like making noises downstairs? No, they wouldn't remember because they're just kind of like someone comes down with their hair like all fucked. No, what's going on? It's like, oh, hold on. Runs upstairs, puts the helmet on, runs back upstairs.
Sorry.
Okay. Obviously, you got a glimpse of somebody you already know who it is, but that's fine.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
they come back downstairs. Oh, is it all right? Is everything fine?
This is Zanzibar.
Oh God, why would you talk to that man? He's dangerous.
Well, yeah, but I mean, where else can you get certain books?
I mean, he's helpful, but it's a roll of the dice every time you talk to that guy.
I know. I didn't realize. You never. I mean, how would I know until I knew him?
Well, all right. As long as there's nothing dangerous else is happening, I'm gonna go to bed, and they'll
Yeah.
kind of wander upstairs.
All right. Yeah, I think everything's not exploding. Everything's fine.
Okay. So yeah, it's the ticket noon tomorrow because it's still kind of like 2 a.m. or some shit, and then like the ticket and the boat. Yeah. Okay. How you decide to get there or when is up to you. Yeah. Okay.
Are we still role playing, or is someone else
No,
there?
no, no, no. You can do. Is there any other bits you wanna to cover up before we move on to the next person?
Yeah. I guess we'll sneak back home, and not really so much sneak. I don't know what Peacekeeper told my parents, but
Did you ask before you leave?
yeah. I guess I would. Hey, Peacekeeper.
Yes.
Call out. I my parents. I was gonna go back home, but
That still should be okay for what I said. I told them you're working overnight on a school function.
yeah. Well, I suppose that's
It's not
It's true in
completely
the
wrong.
technical sense, which, is the best kind of truth. Um, so that is true. I told them that I was going to be out for a bit. So that lines up.
Okay.
I suppose yeah, they won't mind. Okay, thank you for that.
No problem. It looks like they'll like kind of fiddle with something. And goes, I think you guys are all on the call out log for tomorrow. Huh. Odd. Well, all right. I'm sure there's some reason
Yeah,
for that.
odd. Uh-huh. Well, it looks like we'll be in the sands.
Oh, okay. Well, be careful. You never know what that guy has planned.
Yeah. Oh, I'm assuming my friends got these letters too, but I suppose I don't really know.
Right. Okay. So you whiz back to your house and grab things and get ready, I guess, for tomorrow.
Right, you're right. I have tested my suit.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It was
Or
about.
my my
Go ahead.
oh. I love the power glove.
The power. You just
It's
like
so
summon ball
bad.
lightning. Is it like balls of lightning, or is it like you were saying like what was it? Is it
I
or like
imagine it's
Star Wars?
like I
Help
imagine
Emperor Palpatine's like lightning strike, you know?
he has to like put his arms out and it charges,
Okay.
across. It creates like a voltage potential and then can like focus it. So he puts his hands together and then could shoot it out.
Okay. That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right. So that's all set. Now the people that
I
already
probably
had.
tested it out like on a junk car.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of those that have been sourced from, but you could find one that's like already just pretty much just a husk.
Yep.
So yeah, what did they do? Oh, they exploded something in my lab, but then they blew up one of the cars in the lot. But other than that, it's fine. It's all for the greater good. Luckily, you're in the middle of nowhere, so the idea of witnesses is kind of null.
Yep.
All right. So that's all good. I'm gonna cut to the next person. So we'll cut to Derek. Derek, it is the next morning. You have your envelope. You can describe your morning. It'll either come in the mail or someone will say, "Hey, you actually."
Well, no, he gave it
Oh
to
yeah,
me
yeah. You
while I was
have
at the
you have
store.
the envelope. You and Amos have the envelope.
So I would have gotten home and ignored the envelope at first,
Yeah.
and just gotten into my reading.
Okay.
So I would have gone through the book, found found things that I felt like related to me, that I felt like I could understand, and
Mm.
knowing that this is light magic, I felt like I was definitely not tampering with anything that would melt my mind, because I didn't want to. I had already dealt with enough of that, and I didn't want to stress myself out after the fight. So I would have found the two things that I end up dealing with later on, that you already know about.
Yeah.
Um, but I would, read them and think about them and think about how they would work, and then remember the envelope, and close the book and maybe get something to eat and go um, uh, someplace private where I could sit and eat and take the envelope and I'd shake it, and I don't know if I'd hear anything when I shake it.
Um. Hmm. Did you hear anything? No, it's not that
'Cause
kind of. I feel like it's kind of stuck in there, right? If it's a
it's not that
contraption.
kind of, yeah. It's
Not like
he like
loosely like shaking free in there. So no, you don't hear anything when you shake the envelope. If maybe there's other things, but not just shaking it back and forth.
Yeah, but again, Derek knows this guy. He's been going to the bookstore since way too long, and so Derek will take the wax steel and face it away from him, and crack it
Sure, it
down
still
away from
it
himself.
still does the same thing I described for
It,
everybody else, but is away
it
from you.
Yeah, and it so blows off in the opposite direction of me and my food, and I'm like, God, Zanzibar, one of these days I'm gonna get you back to this shit. And then I think about it and I go, oh, I know what I can do. And so I'll pull the thing out and I'm gonna use wish, and I'm gonna wish it all
Oh,
back
good.
together again.
You're gonna use wish. All right,
Yeah.
you roll it.
Yep. I'm gonna use my wish.
This is gonna be the wish that detonates the universe. It's him
Yes.
that envelope.
Yep. Yep. Just because so my what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to push it all back together so that when I get there I can hand it back to him and go, thank you so much, but I didn't need this. That way when he opens it, it explodes on him. So that's what I'm going for.
Okay.
Rolling 2d6. 2d6. So that is an 11.
Okay. You waste a super powerful magical ability to reassemble an envelope. I assume you took the contents out of it before you reassembled
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I take the card out, and then I put it back together so I can try to re-gag him. Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, then I'll read it and go, oh, all right, well, that sounds like a real trip. Because he says that we're gonna be gone for a week, but when we come back, no time will have elapsed. So
Correct.
I'm
That
like,
is the implication.
oh man, this is either gonna be really fun or really bad, but let's go for it.
All
So
right.
Derek Derek will then go to sleep and probably sleep in a little bit and make sure he shows up at the back alley, um, with some snacks and for like 11:30 ish.
Okay. Lastly, we have Amos. Amos, you got your envelope the other day. You could choose when you have opened it. You go ahead and go from there.
Yeah, I mean, I would have probably gotten home and like started looking through the book.
Okay.
Uh, like,
You find all sorts of historical referencing, stuff. Basically, you feel like you would have attained the knowledge that you learned from him from these books. It would just take you a significantly longer time.
and so just to summarize, basically, there's a secret pact between the three peoples, that and the current government,
Yeah.
uh, is basically in on it and
Yeah.
keeps basically preventing anyone from ever buying this land as a
Overdeveloping the managed property that is your town.
right, and that is to basically in a sense have um
A balance of the human.
have like a reservation, if we will,
Yeah.
the fish people and
The lizard people.
the lizard people. I see. Um, Interesting. Yeah, okay. I guess unless there's something more spicy to gain from that, but I mean, I guess I'll look at the letter.
Not super spicy. Those are the spicy bits.
Okay.
Yeah. So you get to the letter. You open in that? How are you opening it?
I don't know. Does it look like would it look to me like it's something I shouldn't be opening? Like, I don't know, just a letter. The guy clearly gave it.
Yeah, a guy clearly gave it to you. Yeah, no, it doesn't look dangerous in that regard. It doesn't
Yeah.
have wires and liquids sticking out of it, so it's probably fine.
Well, seems fine to me.
Okay, you break the seal open, it does the party popper effect, and confetti flies out. And then you
Okay.
have a letter and a ticket.
Um, and just to, I guess I'm not uh I guess I'm not entirely sure. What I'm not entirely sure is like how this whole no time would have elapsed thing works.
Well, I would suppose you'd have to talk to Zanzibar about that.
Hmm, I see.
You get the idea that this was wrote as a personal note, but almost like a travel advert. So, he's keeping some level of suspicion on purpose, is what you would get.
Yeah, no, I mean, I kind of get that. Sure. I mean, that's fine. It says to go there tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow at noon, yes.
All right. Well, I guess I'll do that. I mean, I guess I'm gonna go to sleep and try to get some of my
Yep.
health back.
Yeah, I mean, most people will be at kind of normalish health levels by the time they arrive tomorrow. Because you're gaining back points basically like every hour or so is basically like a point. So most people will be healthy-ish by the time morning rolls around. Um, anyway.
Yeah, I was only missing 2 points, but
Yeah,
yeah.
you'll be fine tomorrow then, probably. Dean will still be kind of weak until he decides he needs to fix he's tried to fix it, but he needs actual rest. All right. So yeah, if there's nothing else really in the way, first up, Derek will arrive at 11:30 because he wanted to get there early. Amos, does anyone else want to get there early, or are you just arriving on time?
I think Dean would arrive on time, or
Okay.
it is a bookstore, so actually he would go early. Yeah,
Okay.
he would go early.
Okay. So that'd be you.
Eddie's kind of tired, but if he wakes up before the thing, then he'll go before it's. He's a very timely person normally.
Okay, and for you, it's kind of easy to get there on time. um, so yeah, I can understand that. So so Derek and Dean kind of arrive around the same time. Eddie will arrive shortly after, and Amos, what's your play here?
I was just there, and I'm a little bit spooked. So
Gonna go with it, dude. It's like
I'm definitely not gonna get there on time. But
okay,
maybe just like not early, but definitely like not. I'm
like
not trying to get there too,
a
too
minute or two before you'll
yeah,
slide
just
into the
like
door.
as close as possible. Yeah.
Sure. Okay. We'll play it this way then. Derek and Dean meet outside the store. I assume they go inside. Eddie then follows in, and then Amos sort of like sheepishly enters the door at the last possible minute, and then the door kind of Zanzibar will raise his hands up in a flowing kind of motion, and then the door will close, and the sign will flip around to closed. Ah, everyone's here. They're looking
Oh yeah,
we're all
Counted
here.
for.
Claire got here earlier. She is cardboard at the moment, but she will be along with you.
Okay, cool.
Oh, and also one other guest is here. It is Nick.
Oh,
makes
hey
sense.
Nick.
Hey,
Because yeah, there was a couple of things I wanted to take time to learn, especially the healing art stuff that I did earlier, and a few things I'd want to practice. And I don't want to get spotted practicing things, so I figured I'd come along.
yeah, no, glad to have you are part of the team. So good to have you.
So yeah, okay. So he'll look at all of you and goes, is there anything you guys want to do before you leave? He'll look
No,
around.
I did want to return this to you and say thank you.
Oh, you
This is
don't need to return it. It's not a top
no.
seller
I
after all.
want to say I want to give you a gift in return.
Oh, okay. You'll look up. Well, what's the gift?
I hand him the letter.
Ah, looks, takes the letter. Ah, you've resealed it. Hmm. And he'll think about it and he goes, I mean, is he crazy enough that he'll just pretend? Yeah, he'll do that. He'll take oh, I wonder what will happen. And he takes his knife out and he starts like fiddling with it. And he goes, what a shock. It's confetti sprays over him.
Does he say that with a straight
Yeah,
face?
oh yeah, he does. And he goes, what
The
a
whole time,
what
the
a
whole
great.
time, Derek
Oh yeah, yeah.
is standing there with a shitty smiling grin on his face.
Well, touche, Derek, sir. No clap. It's as good as idea as I would come up with. I say.
Well, it wasn't so much the idea, but just the ability to put it all back together was what I was hoping you'd be impressed by.
It is. He'll look at it and goes, there seems to be some sort. And he pulls out a magnifying glass and he like shines like some sort of energy through his hand and he looks at it and he goes, oh yeah, magical residue. And the guy looks at it. He goes, I assume you've worked some sort of spell on it. Well, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
I had a little bit of time to work on it. So yeah, I just want to gift back the mess to you. And he pats him on the shoulder.
He'll dust off the confetti from his toe. It doesn't do any damage. It is okay.
No, of course not.
And well, yeah, so I'll have to sweep later. All right. If there are no other jolly japes, are you ready to go?
Yeah. Let's could definitely use some sun and sand or an infinite
Yes.
amount of it.
Where we're going, the environment is ideal. It'll be nice weather, beach sands, the things that you all enjoy, I'd assume. And even you could stay inside if you like and rest. Though, like I said, no time will have passed on the outside, so that'll be ideal for your current situation. Yes?
And
From
who's
the at the back, Eddie he'll make a motion like like a teacher has the class. Goes, yes, at the back.
Mr. Zanzibar, sir.
Yes.
uh,
Do you really wish
This,
to know? Okay, go ahead.
I, well, that was sort of my question. Do we have to know? Are you revealing any sort of infinity? And
Uh,
Eddie will
I am
like,
not. I am not. And
uh,
you're feeling infinity. It is called the Infinite Sands because you can look out from the back of the beach house and you will see sand go on without end. But that's normal enough. It just means it's past your peripheral, look, right?
yes. Please tell me it's finite.
Sure.
Thank you.
You told me I was going to tell you it's finite. Sure.
Thank you, Zanzibar.
No
Thank you.
problem. As for the mechanics of how it works, if you are interested in that, I can give you a brief idea. I'll boil it down as you were to something simpler.
Is Zanzibar
Yeah.
asking?
Yeah, you seem to be interested in the resort and how it might function. So he's asking.
I absolutely am, yes. Although if the specifics are too ephemeral, I would prefer not to know.
You'll ponder for a moment. Oh, if it will cause you discomfort, then I'll not tell you the specifics. Also, if it causes you discomfort, when we go to the loading dock, we could get you a thing to put over your head. Maybe that will comfort you in the transition.
he's asking if you want a
Put a
blindfold.
bag over your head.
Oh,
Just say,
He's
just say
asking you.
yes. Just say yes.
and
You'll be all right.
You might.
yes, a blindfold would be nice, yes.
Okay. No. By the way, no harm will come to you. But the blindfold is just for your comfort, as it were.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Derek will
He'll
get
grab
close
something
to-
from. He opens a drawer. Oh, it's the younger days, and he pulls a blindfold out, and he slides back the drawer.
Okay. Yeah, no, Eddie will take it and then I don't know if Derek is okay with this, but Eddie will motion to like kind of like hug Derek, like cling to Derek.
Yeah, Derek will definitely walk over and hold Eddie's hand and don't worry,
that-
buddy. We're right there together.
All right.
Zanzibar will just smile. Wow, this has already made his money for this trip. Okay. Okay. He goes over to the. Oh well, all right. We should get going. And he goes over to the behind the counter and he kind of yanks up a floorboard or something, and then you hear like a creak noise, and there's like a staircase leading down.
I will lead Eddie down.
Okay.
Yep, I got my blindfold on.
Okay. Well, you don't need it on now. Is for the transfer. That would probably be getting down the stairs. He'll look at motion and goes, "It's gonna be easy. It's just stairs."
Yeah, no, I have it on. I don't have it
Oh,
over.
I see. Okay. So you head down the stairs. I mean, you guys are kind of not used to weird stuff, so this isn't frightening to you. Just kind of like it's been like 20 minutes, and then down the staircase. Oh, don't worry about that. It's just that the place is kind of below. Anyway, and he keeps down like a big spiral staircase, and then you get to a room which is like full of like the kind of things you'd expect at Zanzibar the Great. There's like candelabras and like books and like some sort of scrawled like sigil on the floor, and he draws like a dagger or something. All right, now gonna get ready for loading. He looks around. And, okay, everybody got their tickets? He'll pull out like a box to put the tickets into.
Oh,
Yeah, here you go.
Ah, shit, might have left mine.
hold on.
Oh well, you know,
Hold on here.
shouldn't lose your ticket, but I'm sure I can find a spare somewhere.
No, wait, it's here somewhere.
Oh,
Hold
no,
on.
of course I didn't lose my ticket. I would never.
Hold on. It's right here. I swear I have it.
Okay.
Oh, here it is.
Okay. He'll take each person. Do you want to go in because you're the one with the blindfold? Do you want him to go first, or do you want someone to go ahead of you with the guy with the blindfold? He's just asking like who is it? What's the order of going through whatever he's going to do?
Can we go through at the same time? Like, can I
Yeah.
hold Eddie's hand
Oh
as
yeah,
we go through?
you could I suppose go through as a group. The door will be big enough.
Yeah, let's go through as a group.
Okay. So everybody hands him the tickets, unless they're not presenting the ticket, and he will rip off the little stub and hand everyone their tickets. And he will rise his dagger and do some sort of enchantment sounding voice, and they'll be echoing because you're underground in a small room, and you'll hear like wailing of ghosts and spirits and whatever going on, and a dark portal starts forming around. And okay, I assume this is the point where Eddie kind of like slides the
Oh
blindfold.
yeah, absolutely. No, I would have already been slid before he started doing
Okay.
something.
All right. Looks
So all I'm hearing is I'm hearing all these wailing.
Oh yeah,
like,
you're hearing. Yeah, you were probably like, I'm glad I'm wearing the blindfold, because like everyone outside is seeing like the portal like shimmer. You're like feeling these things all around you. You kind of see like you don't. You see like shadows of like people passing through things. All right, well, doors open. Off you go. Don't worry, you can return when you want to. Just simply use the ticket to get back. There are instructions now on the back of the ticket so that you can get home.
Yeah, is this gonna make us cold like Stargate?
No, it's not cold. Actually, it should almost feel like nothing. You should just be there when you pass through it.
All right,
Okay.
come on, don't worry, Eddie. This is fine. I feel like I've dealt with this kind of thing before, like the mirror or the wall. Don't worry, let's just go.
Oh, look the wall. That was awful.
Actually, no. The mirror does feel actually cold when you put your hand through. Like you're underground in a cavernous area.
Yeah, wait,
This feels
I'm
like nothing. If you
Also, I
stick your
failed
hand
I
in.
failed to save on the wall. I don't know if you remember that.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
So it made me really nauseous last time we went through. So I'm nervous.
Oh, geez, I'm sorry. I forgot about that. Yeah, I mean, don't worry, but like, and I just squeeze your hand tighter and just shut up and just start moving forward.
All right.
Okay. You go forward into the darkness, and as he said, there's almost no time lag between the time you go through the portal and the time you're in, well, a beach resort. I would assume. You look out from where your portal is. In the distance, you do see like a large beach house. It has several bedrooms. It is a nice, opulent structure. The beach, if you look over your shoulder, though, the beach sands do extend past your view. Like, you don't know where the end of that is. It just kind of goes past your view. But in the front of the building, a little further out, is like looks like kind of ocean. The only problem is that the ocean you don't have islands in the background. Like, you look into the ocean, it's just kind of like flat and out from the from the resort. So you have resort, beach, and then ocean. See? Beach, ocean, great. No islands or anything identifiable except ocean going out that way. Well, it is in beta, you know. Anyway, the so yes, that's the structure you guys have arrived at. And what you do from there is on your own, kind of. So you guys step out into the sands.
Is the portal still there?
No, the portal will close up basically as you go through.
But there's like some kind of a point of demarcation for us
Yeah,
to
there
leave.
is. There seems to be a spot where you could take your ticket according to the instructions and insert it to go home.
Okay. I'll reach out to Eddie and go. I think you can take the blindfold off now.
It's
And
about
I just
75, 80 degrees. It's like a sunny day.
God, why am I wearing
Is there
all
a
black?
breeze?
Yeah, just there is a breeze.
Is it like have this, like salty like ocean smell?
It does have a salty ocean smell. It is a very like everything is super uniform though, which that might be unnerving in its own way.
Yeah.
It's like there's a breeze, but it's like when you have like a simulation of a breeze. It's like just always the same. Like someone has a fan going. You know?
I can I like pinch myself and like do I have to roll anything?
I mean, if you want to, it's
Yeah, I
not
guess
unnerving, but it's just kind of odd.
I don't have to like
Do you want to
okay.
roll emotional? Sure, you can roll like
Yeah.
2d6 in emotional, not to be like this is everything is so clean and like precise.
Yeah. I feel like this is something to roll emotional with because it's unnerving. It's not natural. Um yeah, okay. 7 emotional. Oh, so 8.
Okay. Yeah, you don't feel like the need to flee, but you do feel like you're in a space that has been made. Like people joke about like places where they're like, oh, some sort of creator has made this place feel so like someone's like, I don't know, put some sand here, there's some water, there's the sun. It's like everything is like very like structured. There's no other buildings, just like the beach house and like some other like random things like like umbrella station. You know what I mean? Like, but
Hmm.
there's nothing else in any other direction except like just sand.
This guy has a a survey at the end of this. He is not going to like our response.
He said he was testing it.
Yeah, he needs
He needs some
he needs
work.
he needs more creative vision. But
Okay.
anyway, let's go find the front desk, I guess, and check in.
Okay. As you get to about the front area, humanoid creatures come on out. They're like little like they look humanoid like in height and sort of shape, but they're basically like made of ink. Like they're like black inkish creatures with like just white pupils. They trundle out and they'll grab any luggage or anything that you have. And be like, oh, and they'll do like show you the way into the building. I don't know what your reactions are to seeing inklings.
It's
Basically,
like kind of like a Game and Watch situation.
they basically like just bloop, bloop, doot, 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 and they like go over and they'll grab your luggage and things.
They're white ink.
No,
Is
they're
that what you
black.
said?
They're basically all black ink. Like they're made like they look like they're basically made of ink, and they have little white eyes. There's irises, no middle, no pupil, just white, white eyes.
Does this require keep your wits about you?
Might,
Yeah.
depending on the yeah, that's fair. Keep your wits about you for the group, I guess. They're not
Yeah.
dangerous. They're just very odd.
Would you say
Alright.
that was plus Persona?
Yeah, Persona. Okay.
I just like how the idea of them trundling out.
It's a 6.
Okay. Oh no, I can't. Yep. He put the blindfold back on.
Yeah,
So
I just put it back
that's-
on, and I get close to someone. I probably Derek again.
Yeah, I take your hand.
They'll,
I
they'll do
rolled a
like
9.
welcoming things. They'll try to get like the lays and put them on. You know what I mean? Like stuff that you'd expect.
Was that
I-
a group roll or do you want
Oh, that's
individual roll?
individual. Yeah. Eddie's like, nope. And puts the blindfold back on.
It's plus Persona or plus mental.
That's personas. Your
Okay,
worst
I
stat.
rolled a 1.
I got a 12, but -1, so I guess
Oh,
11.
okay, that's still you're not freaked out by them, but they again everything here needs work.
Well, how does this compare to the succubus summoning knowledge?
This is not that terrifying. You're basically just like I said, shadows with eyes came out to grab your luggage. That's it. That's just, out of all
Um,
the things you've seen today or yesterday, this is not even coming close to that.
No, something I'm getting a feeling like maybe we should have done this earlier, but maybe we should ask. I wonder if we can summon what's his face here.
Oh, the book.
Um,
Toby.
Toby, yes, Toby, of course.
That would be an interesting experiment. I feel like the time lag would be really fun to watch. Wait, so you rolled a 1? You serious?
I rolled a 2. I rolled a 2
Excuse me, one
and I have
second.
a -1 for Persona.
You're gonna die here.
You are terrified of these things. You think they're like the worst thing you've ever seen. And then, by the way, the creatures will be like, no, 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 no. Like they'll make their hands. He's like, ah.
Ah.
I suddenly have this like really stern
You're
look
like-
on my face, like not because I'm like
You-
trying to be but like
You don't become
It's-
violent with them, but you're like terrified of these things. These are your.
I'm so terrified that like I'm in like my facial countenance is like fight mode. Like I'm just like
I move,
I don't know what
move-
else to do. I might
I move
transform.
Eddie- I move Eddie over to Dean, and I hold Dean's hand too, and I'm like, "Don't worry, buddy, I'm here for you."
Faces down the horrors of the universe. Oh my god, the people taking our luggage are monsters. Oh no.
what are we doing here anymore? Can we leave already?
No, by the way,
Um,
a couple of them are like trying to comfort you. Like they're putting their hands up, like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, geez,
no,
that sounds.
no,
And I just start like, "Go, personal space."
Okay,
personal
then
space,
they'll
point
like
at
sort
them.
of trundle ahead of you, right? They don't say anything, but the pantomime is clear that they're like, wait, no, why is he being so scared? All right, so they will take the luggage and kind of like just sort of take off with it. Now that you've done that Game and Watch thing, now I picture every time they are like alert, there's actually just like a like a plus, or you know what I mean, like, or like
Exclamation point.
exclamation point, like you know, they don't talk really, so. Okay, so
Oh man.
that's gonna be the gag, is that they do symbols and stuff. Okay.
They emote.
They emote like crazy. Yeah, that's that's the joke. Anyway, the Inklings will take in all your stuff and be clear of those two because they're terrified of them apparently. Oh, Avis, did you make a roll on them? Yeah, you're right. You made 11, right? I think
Yep.
so.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And Derek, you made your roll, right?
Yeah, I got a 9.
Okay. So it's
So
just
I'm
the
a
two of them
little.
that are.
I'm
Claire
like,
makes her roll because she's cardboard. She just was like, oh, just kind of out of all the things today, she has a demon trapped in her. This is not gonna
yeah,
bother her too much.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Um,
huh.
I assume we're gonna have like a suite where we'll all have our own separate
Yeah,
rooms,
you
but
all have
one big
separate rooms,
common
and
room.
then a common room. Yep.
Um, yeah. So I assume we probably get back, and I'm gonna sit Dean down on the couch next to his stuff, and just be like, "Don't worry, they're not here anymore."
At
And I'm
some
gonna
point,
bring.
one of them will show up again, though, and be like take
I'm gonna put the.
requests or
I'm gonna
whatever.
put the. I'm gonna
Yeah.
put the "Do Not Disturb" sign on the door,
Okay.
just so till everybody can kind of calm down a little bit. And I'm gonna sit Eddie down and like, all right, they're all gone. You guys are safe.
His paralysis
If
demons
you
have
want to
left.
try to relax a little bit, I'm gonna go over to what I assume is a bar and start pouring drinks.
That's
Um,
messed up because this place is one of those things where like everything you'd want is kind of here. So like you're going over and you're like just like you put your hand kind of near where the bar is and you grab a drink and you pour you start filling a drink.
Aren't we in high school?
Well, you are, but who's gonna is the police gonna come in and arrest you? Like you're in
yeah, we're in an alternate
wherever
dimension.
wherever the fuck this is.
So like um, Derek, as soon as he read the note, he was like, "Oh, this is gonna be like ultimate wish. I'm gonna do whatever I want there."
Hmm.
So like he just starts pulling out drinks and like, who wants alcoholic, who wants non-alcoholic.
Uh,
Pulls out a
uh,
little.
you have okay. I shouldn't. I'm not surprised, Derek. I just I'm not disappointed really either.
Hey, I'm just making drinks. I'm just asking who wants what.
Um, can I have like we can have whatever you want here, right?
Yeah, I could make like a virgin margarita kind of thing, like what do they call
Um, can
a
I have
mocktail,
chocolate milk? Sounds good.
chocolate milk. Yep, and he
Sure.
Yeah.
pulls out like he on the stove. There's already boiling, like not boiling, but like a one of those double simmering pots of cocoa and
Ooh, hot chocolate.
and 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 ice cold milk, and he picks it up, and as he pours it, the chocolate immediately cools as it goes into the milk, and so it's still nice and cold, but
Ooh.
it's a really thick chocolate milk. It's like super yummy,
So
and
so
he hands
Ah,
just
that
so
to you.
you So just so you guys know, it works like because you've been experimenting with it for a little bit now. You think about a thing, but you can't unintentionally make a thing. So it's not like you suddenly think chicken and you have an island full of them or something. You have to actually request it. So it's like putting in a request, but you have to think about it and kind of put in the request rather than it being like random thought goes through my head. Oh great, now I have 15 chickens running across the. It's like it doesn't work
yeah.
like that. Just so you know.
Well, I feel like Derek is so at home here because
Yes.
this is basically where he lives. Like I think a thing and it is there. Like he's putting in the request, but like mentally, like this is what is wanted, and he's able to like manifest it so much faster because he's so used to doing this.
And
Uh,
go ahead. You might want to.
I'd
Go ahead.
yeah, I'd
Sorry.
like to go for a walk. I'm gonna step out
Okay.
after I drink the
Sure.
chocolate milk. Yeah.
Do you want company in case you run into some of those weird things?
No, I'm just gonna go for a walk. I
Okay.
need some air.
Okay. Let's check on other people. So we got Eddie, Derek done. Amos, what are you doing in this place?
Uh, how big is the resort?
The resort seems to be have exactly the number of rooms that you have plus one. So like you have one extra room and then a common area, and that's basically your resort.
And
The,
there's I guess there's no staff.
the staff, well, yes and no. The staff are the inkling things that you saw earlier, but they only seem to kind of coalesce when they need to coalesce, and most of the time they kind of stay out of your way unless they request them to come there. Especially because some of the guests don't like them, apparently.
Uh well, I guess as a curious mind, I'd like to figure out how this place works.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna examine the rooms and the and also try to figure out like where these things come from, as in like is there like a spot that they appear in? They just like appear out of thin air,
They
like.
seem to not appear out of thin air, more like coalesce in a location. When like not request, you like, oh man, I'd really wish I knew about like if someone opened this door for me, and like you'll kind of like a pool of it will come together, and an inkling will show up and open the door. For things that are not like items, which seem to just kind of materialize. You know.
All right, I'm gonna manifest
Yeah.
one appearing just in front of me
You call. Yeah.
and standing around for a bit.
Okay. Um. An odd request, but not something weird. So, okay, one of the inklings will kind of appear in the corner of the room and kind of just stand there and stare at you. That's not
I'm gonna
awkward at all.
I'm gonna examine what it's made. Like I'm gonna like touch it and like see what it's made of.
Harassment of the staff already.
Yeah. Hey man, there's no loss here, right? So
Oh my god. All right.
Oh, this is not Westworld. Stop.
well, say that.
Okay. So I want you to roll. Are you actually like? I mean, I assume you're just like kind of like
Yeah,
groping at it,
I'm
but
trying
not
to
like
figure
doing
out what it's
anything. Yeah. Okay.
right. I'm trying to figure out what it's made of.
Okay. You move your hand. It will let you pet it because that's pretty much what you're doing, and it will feel coldish. But it's not like sticky like ink. It feels more like kind of like gelatinous. You know what I mean? Like you're not stuck to it. You just kind of like
Uh-huh.
push on it and it it moves. But it doesn't seem to radiate any particular temperature. If you were trying to figure out. What else are you gonna do?
Well, you said this is like Westworld, right? So
No, we said it was not like Westworld. But what I'm just within the confines of game decorum. What are you doing with
yeah. No. I mean, I guess I'm just curious about like what this place is and like how it
Sure.
works.
It seems like when you actually roll 2d6 in mental, right, and then we'll go from there. Because you're literally poking and prodding this thing, and you're like, okay, and then you desummon it, and you'll like resummon it, and you'll do like general
Well, I
observation.
failed, so that sucks.
Okay. I don't know, man. You think about it, and it arrives. You ask for something, and one of these things shows up. It looks like to you it kind of pulls in from somewhere, but where that is, who knows? Um,
Okay.
I'm gonna have an interesting stroll.
okay. Well, we'll get to your stroll in just a second. I just want to get to the end of Amos's scene, the beginning
Oh
of.
yeah.
I'll come back to your stroll.
Well, anyway, I assume this probably takes like a bit.
Good
While
chunk
this
of time, yeah.
yeah. So we can move on, I guess.
All right. Dean, you were horrified by these things. What are you doing? Hiding in your hotel room? I mean, Derek was there, right? You were like kind of like hiding in the same room.
So yeah, I probably am hiding in my room and like taking like cautious glances out the window, if there is a window, to see if these things are in sight.
You'll see like because they're maintenance staff. You'll see occasionally one of them will like like cleaning the window, You gotta- I'm not gonna be cruel. You don't look out the window and see like one like at your window, like right like that. But you do see them like doing maintenance work.
Yeah, like they're employees on site, so I see them moving around and
Right, doing
going about
various things.
business.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, uh, so I'm terrified of these things.
You don't have to be terrified of them all the time. There was a bit of a shock when you saw them. That was all.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean I've seen some pretty monstrous things like the shock that I experienced having seen these like I can't imagine I can't imagine it being debilitating.
No, it's not. It's more like you had a poor experience with seeing them. Like you
Yeah, I
weren't
mean
ready
they're
for it.
just like the ink blob like creature like it just I'm having a hard time wrapping my mind around what these things are.
They
I
seem
mean they're
non-hostile
fine.
but like if you observe them through the window, you do see them, like I said, doing daily routine tasks that you would expect.
Yeah. Yeah, I just they're just so very very bizarre. Like I'm gonna come out of my room.
Okay.
You said there's like a common area,
Yeah, there is.
and who's in the common area?
Almost no one. From what I recall, Amos is in his room. Derek was making cocoa, and then he kind of just was sort of in his room, and Eddie has left, and Claire has went somewhere.
So
But I will get to that.
we've been invited here. Do we understand why we're here?
For rest and relaxation. That was on the note that you got.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, I wasn't sure if there was something
Oh, and
more.
well, and to test out his hotel and give feedback, which I think a lot of people are going to be giving feedback
Yeah.
about his hotel.
Um, is there like a map of
Oh,
the resort area
yeah.
that I can find?
Sure. You can go to the main desk, kind of, and look at the map of the resort. Basically, it's really simple because there's not a lot, right? So you see like a more rectangular-ish building. That's the main building, and then you see some smaller areas where it looks like there's a couple of beach chairs and like umbrellas, and that's near the water line. And then there's kind of the rest of the map is just blue, like going from one side, like there's like a straight line and then blue, and then on the back other end is just sand. It
Okay.
goes back.
All right. Well, Dean's just like I mean he isn't going to really read into this. He's here for rest and relaxation. So he's gonna go find the beach with the beach chairs, and he's going to lay out in the sun. He's not going to change it. He's not going to be dressed appropriate for the beach. Like he's still like all in his like dark gothy clothes.
On the beach.
Uh, he's dressed for like going to a club, but he's
Okay.
going to go like recline on a beach chair on the beach.
Okay. That's
And
fine.
he's also like kind of glancing over his shoulder in case one of those ink blobs like sneak up on him.
I wouldn't say sneak. It's more like at some point you're probably like, man, I am thirsty, and like an ink blob guy will probably come by, right? An inkling will come by and have like a tray. Like it's not like they're not sneaking up on you. More like if you think about a thing, it'll probably arrive.
Hmm. I really could go for a pepperoni and anchovy pizza.
All right. Okay, really go for. Um, man, they would assume we've had things either just appear if you want them. Um, yeah, we'll just have it that it just kind of like appears on the table next to you. They're not sure how to
What?
approach him yet. He seemed to be unhappy, so
He you know gives us again this cautionary like look around, and he takes a slice of the pizza.
okay. Now we will cut to Eddie walking. Where are you walking to?
So obviously it's just like infinite sands, right? But the whole like thing with that like the house is just kind of freaking him out a little.
Okay.
So, yeah, he just went to get some air, and then he's out there and he's walking, and there's nothing. And that's freaking him out more. So he starts looking, he looks at the beach, and he just imagines, he tries to picture something soothing. So, I think that like mountains, just
Oh,
picturing mountains.
you picture mountains. Okay, so
Yeah,
that would
yeah.
be soothing to you. Okay,
Yes.
gotcha.
To see mountains like where there is
Okay,
just
all right.
infinite sands.
There's like a little like hazy wobble, like like you get like like oh there must be some ocean haze, and suddenly there's mountains. Does that make you feel better?
It does. And then I'm looking back at the ocean.
But it's like in the distance, not like up close, obviously. Like you just kind of see like oh
Yeah,
there must
yeah,
be
yeah.
like some islands out there.
Well, there's some islands out there, and
Okay.
that's great. And I imagine like I'm like I reach down. I'm like I forgot my binoculars. Oh.
Yeah, it's fine. You could get a pair of binoculars. That's
So,
reasonable
oh,
equipment.
great, my binoculars, and probably it's like a nice pair of binoculars. Oh, nice. I'm looking out.
Uh, if you look out onto the little like you do like a really high focused zoom, you can
Yeah, I'm
kind
looking out at the ocean now,
of okay.
just to see if there's anything.
Oh, I did put that there. Roll. Oh man. Uh, you just found your relaxation point, and this is gonna get ruined. Roll 2d6 and emotional.
Okay, emotional, you say?
Yeah,
Oh,
that sounds about right. I
that's
feel.
three.
Okay. You're like, finally I can relax, and you move the
Yeah.
goggles. You're looking through
Oh,
the
I'm like, oh,
binoculars.
they're islands. Oh,
Islands. You even see like little like ink people like waving because they can see
oh, that's
you.
kind of cute now. They're kind of cute.
Very
Okay.
very distant, right? And then like
Yeah.
something like moves in the waters, then goes back under, then moves in the
Hmm.
water and goes back under, and you catch just a glitch of some sort of octopoid looking army thing, and then goes back under the water.
Army thing. Okay.
But it was because you remember you're looking for binoculars.
Yeah.
That's bigger than a whale. That's bigger than a large whale. Like it's just like it goes under the water.
Zanzibar. I should have known. Well, I guess I won't just hang around here. I guess I'll go back to the resort.
I mean, you could. I mean, you think that you probably have some sort of because the mountains just showed up, right? You probably have some direct line if you want to ask questions, because
Oh,
like
to Zanzibar?
yeah, he's probably
Oh,
monitoring.
absolutely. You know what I picture is there's a little end
Phone,
table
okay, yeah,
and
that's fine.
it has a red telephone, like
Yeah,
like a
yeah, that's what I
landline, of
picture.
course.
Yeah, like a
Yeah.
landline. Does that make sense?
Uh-huh. And it's a red telephone, and
Or just runs into the.
the
Yeah.
cord goes into the sand or the sky, and it just disappears or something.
Okay, that's fine. Either's good.
So it's I pick it up and I look at my envelope. I'm
Yeah.
like, dial a number.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Zanzibar the Great, back alley bookstore.
Yeah, you got like a giant octopoid. Zanzibar, what's up with
That's
that? What's the?
that's the lifeguard. I told you guys would be safe. It's fine. You
And I
gotta
just
have a life.
I hang up.
Okay.
Uh,
Oh, that's mean. You just hang up on him. All right.
well, I don't know how to respond to that.
Ring, 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 ring. Hey,
Eddie the Eddie the
awful.
Lesser.
That was awfully rude of you. I gave you a free resort, and then you just hang up on me.
I don't know. It's just this lifeguard.
Yes.
You say we're safe.
Yes. You're very safe. He's a very competent lifeguard.
What is he protecting us from?
Drowning. That's what lifeguards do. There's a long pause, as if there was a pun that he just kind of just laughs.
Does he laugh?
He will laugh, but it isn't because it's evil particularly, just because he's literally a lifeguard.
I don't intend on drowning.
Okay. Well, give my best to Huster and puts his phone down.
I put the phone down and I go back to the resort.
Okay. Trundle back. As you trundle back, you do see Dean kind of like relaxing in a lounge chair, like because you're coming from the sand side of it, so you probably see him like as you walk by.
Oh, hey, Dean. And then, yeah, have you ever been to those pools, like those resorts with the pools, like on a beach?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
no, I haven't. But I've
Ah,
seen them on television.
yeah, me too. But I'm like, do you want that?
Do I? I don't know.
You look dressed for that kind of scene.
For a pool at a
Yeah,
resort?
like a yes. I mean, like, absolutely.
I
No, I don't think that's correct.
All right, your call. Just curious.
Are you inviting me to a pool?
A pool party? Yes, I am.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean that. Yeah, sure. Okay, let's go.
Oh, don't have to get you don't have to get up on my account. And then I'm like pool,
like,
trying to will it into existence. Do I have to roll anything?
oh, you're gonna try to like build. You don't want to go into the ocean? There's a whole ocean here.
There's a whole ocean, but I just heard about this lifeguard.
He's a lifeguard. What are you worried about? It's gonna be
No,
safer.
yeah, no, I know, but I don't want to have to use the lifeguard. I'm gonna
Oh,
imagine a
fine. So
pool,
you're going to imagine a pool. That's a little bit harder than imagining like
mountains in
I
the distance.
well, like he can make them. I think it's more appropriate that you think of a pool and a bunch of little guys like run out and like they make a pool, right?
Whoa,
but it's gonna
really
take them.
fast.
Yeah, yeah, just sort of hyper build, right? Double speed. Okay. Unfortunately, they built the pool wherever you thought the pool should be built. So, it could be a little awkward, but that's fine. They can move it later.
Well, yeah, no, I was picturing like right in front of Dean.
Right.
Um,
Off,
so
off of the
his
main
chairs are
building.
like on the patio, like.
It's about to be like freaking Fallout where your chair gets glitched because it's too close to where they're building the pool. All right, so the pool's out. That's fine. It's
Oh,
on the beach.
Havoc exists.
There's a pool that exists in the middle of the beach. That's fine. That's right.
Nice.
You know
All
what I
right.
think would accompany this pool really well? Like a stage for bands.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like they would make this motion above their head of like being like stress, like a little stress marker, but they'll build it. All right. So that's your fun for now. Amos, what are you up to? And then I'm gonna cut to Derek because I feel like it's been a while.
Um, yeah. So, I have a couple of ideas.
Okay.
Um, well, as a man of big brain,
Yeah.
in the 90s, a new discipline really began to take hold in the modern American society,
Sure.
that of computer science, of course.
Okay.
And with it came a couple of concepts, if you will. I mean, I guess it's not nothing new, but it definitely penetrated the American psyche, and it kind of became part of the zeitgeist.
All right.
Quality assurance, and software penetration testing.
Yep. He did call it
Um,
a beta test, as it were.
yeah, yeah. So, well, as you've said, anything I can think of, kind of comes to fruition, I guess, comes to be.
Yes, within it seems within reason. I feel like you wishing for someone to suddenly have a heart attack will probably not work.
Well, no. It has to affect the physical world, not like the other patrons here, of course.
Right, right.
Um, well, okay. Well, I'm gonna see if I can start a fire in the corner of my room. I'm really concentrating on the fire.
Okay. Oddly
Corner of
enough,
my
because
room.
of the way this functions, a fire is in the corner of your room, but it doesn't ignite anything else. It is just simply there.
Ah, so it's just suspended midair.
Well, yeah, you said a fire in the corner of your room.
Okay. Okay. Um. Okay. Well, I mean, it seems like the little guy. I might be able to see the little guys building a pool outside.
Yeah, yeah, you can see that. There's like a whole
Um,
team of them, like just kind of like getting to work
yeah.
out there.
Well, where one can build, one can also destroy. Uh,
You
I'm gonna
guys are
s-
terrible. Go
uh,
ahead.
I don't really want to like go out into the hallway and around the whole thing. I really just want this wall, the outside wall, to be gone. It's really getting in the way. The outside wall of my room, of course.
You're just gonna like just you can he'll let you if you want to have an open room, that's fine. You gotta push the wall aside like a bad like
No,
cardboard
no,
wall.
no, no.
This is like Minecraft.
I don't want to just have a door. I just want it
This
to
is
be.
no there's no all right, so it is now completely open on that side of your room.
Yes, yes. Well, we'll start there.
Oh, that's hilarious. Okay. Takes the wall out.
Okay, okay, okay. What about the wall of the room next to mine?
I would have to roll a die kind of figure out whose room that is. Uh,
Well, I mean, it doesn't really matter,
I don't
but
know. I think it might, depending on whose it is.
um, well, sure. I mean, I'm okay. Roll a die. Then. I mean, well, we'll see. You know what? We'll start with the entrance in the common area, and we'll see if we can get rid of those walls also. They're just unnecessary, really. It's
Dude,
not really nice.
you're doing the what is that? No, those house specials. All these retaining walls. They just gotta go. They just
Yeah. No, get rid of them. We want an open
really
lay.
open.
We want an open layout. This way, you really get a sense of space in this wonderful environment.
Okay. So because reality doesn't work very well here, and you almost have to make an emotional roll it, but you're not quite there yet. You push the walls away, but it doesn't affect the superstructure of the building, as if the wall being not there doesn't change the
Wait,
shape.
wait. I don't need the little guys are only necessary to construct, but not
It
to.
seems that way, yes. To take away, you're basically taking an eraser function. When they build, it seems like they actually need to have a bunch of little guys go and make something. But
Ah,
like objects that are like food and things seem to kind of just wish into existence rather than like how someone cooking it. They don't inklings don't go out into the kitchen and make food. So
well, let's see how many walls I can, or if we can get rid of all the walls here, just really have an open environment.
okay, well that's what you're up to. Um, I
Well, that was one of the things I was going to be up to, but we'll start there.
are you
I'm just
just
trying to.
you're deleting the walls and leaving the building is what you're doing.
Um, I'm just trying to see if how if we even need what like I said, where one can build, one can also destroy, and I'm really feeling destructive today.
And he looks like so funny. Okay.
I
Derek,
was
just
gonna burn it all down, but if pushing walls is what is necessary,
well,
I'm
you
it's a
didn't exactly ask for a fire to light to put the building ablaze. You asked for a fire in the corner, and so there was a fire in the
ah
corner.
that's an interesting distinction. Okay, can we light the building ablaze?
Are you trying to?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna cut to Derek because that's a funny spot to cut. Derek, you're kind of doing whatever you're normally going to be doing, and suddenly you smell smoke and fire.
So first off, Derek is wearing a completely different outfit. Like you didn't see him, he didn't pack anything.
Burning the building.
He's wearing a completely it's an outfit that's it's like it's almost made out of like cloud and mist, so it really kind of like fits in with his whole dark persona, but it somehow is still very beachy.
Okay.
Like somehow like the smoke and the mist is like making like little starfish and like things like that, but they're five-sided, so they still have this like kind of dark demonic look to them. So he's comes walking around the corner, and he kind of sniffs the air, and he's like, and he kind of like sniffs his own outfit, like that I
No,
my outfit made of
it's not
smoke.
you. There is flame rolling against the walls, the remaining walls of the building, and kind of like tracing the outside and like igniting the building into into fire.
um Derek takes a drag from his joint and then a sip from his drink,
the fuck there.
and he just kind of squints at it like, meh, and just keeps going.
I want you to know that because this is an effect, because you're lighting the building ablaze, you're not hot, like you're not burning, but the building is
Yeah.
on fire, and because it can't, none of this can hurt you. So you are
Mhm.
literally just in a building that's on fire, walking around.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, Derek is completely aware of that. Again, this is like that. All of this is just feels so like like abnormal, but normal and
Evidence
natural to
building's
him.
burning. This is fine. Everything's fine. I'm fine.
Yeah. He
It's
just
the,
he
it's the
goes
I'm fine.
outside and he sees the pool
There's,
and
there's people constructing happily a little pool outside the building. It's just fire.
there are mountains off in the distance now, and he's like, all right, yeah, no, we can just do whatever we want here. So he's just gonna like he's just gonna walk
Nick
around.
looks extremely concerned and is running, or kind of like running around, being like, "I don't want to be in here no more," and kind of like leaves through an open
Who is?
wall. Nick, he like
Nick?
looks around, sees the building's on fire, and just kind of like beelines out of the building.
Oh yeah, that's fine. I'm walking out too, and I'm like, yo, Nick, can you help me with something?
Sure.
So this feels too much like a desert to me, and I think Zanzibar really what he wants us to do is kind of like what everybody else is doing already, is just like construct things that will help his resort be more marketable.
Sure.
And you're a plant guy, so I was hoping you could just like grow some like nice palm trees and some mango trees and stuff like that. Make it like a little garden right
Sure.
here.
No, I can come up with some ideas. I can see
And
how that would
so
work.
I'm going to, and he just like, Derek just like reaches down and just touches the ground and like turns like a little block
Like a green block, like you're playing. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
no, for him, he makes like a little cement footing. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to build a little dojo, a little like meditation um building right here, so that we can I really want to focus in on
Claire says that
building up
she'll
myself.
actually assist you in that because her idea of what she's going to do with her time is basically learn to control a certain thing. That's what her
Claire,
ethos
you
is.
said?
Claire is
Yes.
going to help you with that because the idea is that she's going to go and do some sort of mental training as well. So that's fine. She'll help you with that.
So I'm kind of thinking along the lines of like that Matrix style dojo.
Okay.
So it's like fairly large, high enough ceiling, completely open inside, where we can meditate uh, and spar and practice different things. And so I'm going to start building that, and but doing it completely on my own, um, because obviously Derek again feels comfortable in this space, and wants to see if he can do it. Like, this is almost like a mental exercise for him to do it without the assistance.
Sounds good. Yeah, that's fine. You could go and create the Matrix style dojo. You know what it's like. The movies were around. Was Matrix around that time?
Well, but you know what I mean. I mean, but even like
yeah, I know what you mean.
you know what I mean. Like, just like a
It's
like
year 2000, by the way.
yeah, but like but dojos, like, you would if
I know what
if
you
you've
mean.
read books, seen movies, you would have seen something along those lines. I'm just
Right,
using that
okay.
as an easy example, because we're kind of like in this like mini Matrix in a sense.
Okay.
We all know that our characters don't necessarily. Um, so he's going to spend some time doing that, and then afterwards he's going to start practicing. So I'm going to assume that because of the type of book that he found, he's going to be able to learn that minor healing spell, and he's also going to be able to. So he did that thing during the fight where he yelled into one of the blobs, and he used his I think it actually might have been wish again.
Yeah.
But he used his ability to focus his sound to make that blob
Right.
explode.
You're focusing on skills that you like the book to learn the healing magic and your voice and things to learn your skill that you're going to learn. You right?
Yes,
That's what
and
we're
I
going with.
imagine, but I imagine that even in that book, because it's a book of like of it's a you know white magic in a
Yeah.
sense, or light magic. Um, it would probably talk about if you're ever surrounded by many a bunch of smaller enemies, ways that you can protect yourself. And so he already learned how to control his he's already used his voice in this way, so he focuses in on that particular spell, and
Okay.
will that so thematically I want to make it so he's learning these things that kind of tie in with what he's already doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Claire says she's going to basically spend her time in a meditative trance, at least when she can, so that she can learn different abilities, but also learn to tame the thing within her. That makes the
hmm
most sense. So
hmm
that's what she's
hmm
going to be doing most of this time.
Are we going to pick this up again? I mean, it's already getting kind of late. Are we going to just going to become a two-part series episode, or?
No, no, it's not going to be a two-part episode. So what's going to happen is basically people are going to declare what they're doing training-wise. We will make it. Trust me. Even though we only have
hmm
like half an hour,
hmm
we
hmm
we can definitely still do this because you've declared what you're doing. You've made a
hmm
dojo. You're doing those two things to learn. She's
hmm
doing her things to learn. We'll worry about what Amos is doing in a little bit. Uh, Eddie, man, how do we want to do this? Okay, Dean and Eddie are together. Let's take care of that group first. They're done building your pool, okay? You have a pool party. You can have friendship, whatever. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Was there this? You can use this time to learn new things. So you've got your new static attack and a few other things. Just kind of describe to me in general what you're going to be doing over the course of the next few days.
Eddie,
Yeah.
Eddie,
Oh, you go ahead.
No, no, it's fine. Either one.
Eddie, I've been reflecting on all of the events that have been leading up to now, and how and why we are here at this resort. And I've been really confused about. I mean, like, I understand the rest and relaxation, but I feel like there's something more to learn with our experience here. And I feel like, after that last fight, I mean, I got roughed up. I got my butt handed to me. And that kind of planted the seed of a real concern that, we could face adversaries that are out of our league. And I really I I want to be able to learn how to heal myself, or one of our team, our group. If you get injured, I just I guess if I'm gonna do something here beyond resting and relaxing, I think it would really benefit me and our group if I learned some kind of first aid or CPR. I don't know, some I don't know what kind of a skill I can gain while I'm here, but I feel like we're here for something more than just rest and relaxation. I mean, you've got the perks of the ocean and the pool, and the other
Sure. I mean,
amenities.
yeah, it's been a lot, Dean. We've been through a lot. It's why we've I mean, I've enjoyed our pool party. You I hope you enjoyed your theme song.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
It
But
kind of inspires me to learn how to play the guitar now.
hey, I mean,
I
there's
want to
always
learn
time for
that.
that.
I want that. That's going to be my first song I learn how to play.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. It's how do you know the actual Birdman of Alcatraz? Not Alcatraz, but you know the criminal.
It's familiar,
Yeah,
but I'm not entirely. I can't really
this
recall exactly.
me neither, but it was just someone who ended up at Alcatraz anyway. If you learn the guitar, though, I mean, you have plenty of time to learn the guitar. We're all young here, but yeah, CPR. I mean, they have those CPR courses you can take.
I don't know if CPR is like. I mean, that's a start, but I feel like I don't know. Like, I just like what happened to me required more than CPR. I mean, I'm going to be spending the rest of our time here basically laying on this beach trying to rest and relax and and heal and gain my health back.
Hmm. Would you say, I mean, what ails you? Is it physical, you think? Magical? Spiritual?
Man, I got my butt kicked. I think I seriously, metaphorically saw the light at the end of the tunnel and kind of was welcoming it.
Hmm.
This escape from the physical and mental pain that I experienced at the school.
Yeah. I know, I know it took a toll on Viola, and I understand she didn't want to, you know, she didn't want her powers anymore, which is, I think I understand where she's coming from.
Um, Not to interrupt that very poignant moment. Dean can roll his 2d6 and emotional, I believe, to recover his enfeeblement, because someone is helping you, and that is what we're doing.
Okay. I rolled a 7.
Okay, so you do feel better. This talk is helping. You can continue the scene from there. I just wanted to get the mechanic stuff done.
Anyway, just witnessing you, you know, call up the pool here. I just feel like our time here is to be used more wisely than just resting and relaxation. This is
Oh, I feel like resting in realization is very wise, but now that we've gotten that out of the way, of course, yeah.
out of character. Uh, where are my hit points sitting?
Your hit points are probably going to be You were already getting like regeneration from the magic that Nick did to you, and you rested the whole day. Your hit points are probably fine by now. It's just that your enfeeblement was something that was physically done to you, like you were physically weakened, but you've recovered from that.
Oh, okay. Hold on 1 second.
And as for continuing it next time, it will be a continuation, but it'll be more like the cleanup from this, and not like a whole episode dedicated to it. I would assume that's what would happen.
Sorry about that. I'm back.
Training montage. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I was supposed to. If what I want to get better at, I suppose if we're talking about ways that we could improve, is I feel like we're just one step behind Phidias always, and if there was some, I just want to like compile the information that we have, and I just want to be prepared next time so that no one's in danger, that we
Yeah.
all have an advantage in this.
Yeah, I definitely want to get to a point where I feel like we're not constantly not playing catch up, but like you said, he's ahead of us.
Yeah.
And
I mean, just if we could be just one step ahead, we'd be there. You know.
You know what? You know what I look forward to when this is all over and we can all just hang out and not have to worry about who's following us, who's out there, what's gonna happen to us. Like,
Yeah, I mean, News
just
Club can be the News Club
like
again. You know, I didn't ask for these magical powers, really. I mean, Toby, so we sort of just appeared one day. I'm sure it was the same for you, Dean.
pretty much.
So
I
I
mean,
look forward to that as
I always
well.
wanted to be able to turn invisible. I mean, but that was out of like selfish motivation because I would definitely use that power inappropriately.
I think everyone wants to be invisible sometimes.
Okay. I think with on that note, that's a pretty good place to move to the next group real quick. Uh, let's see. Yeah, we do Derek and Nick's real quick. Derek builds a dojo and will train in his skills, right? That's pretty much what I'm getting. Like that's what you're planning to do with your time.
Uh, yeah, I mean, in a week, there's going to be more than enough time to sit and relax, but also um, to to prepare for the next stage of this. And
Right.
and Derek, as much as Derek wants to be that like the smart kid, but I mean he knows that Amos and Eddie are the ones who really do a lot of that work. Like, he can do it, but
Right.
he feels like he's kind of developing into this more like frontline person on the battlefield. He can talk when he needs to. He can fight when he needs to. He can, but he
Right.
also wants to be able to do these other things. So yeah, he wants to just focus in on preparing. So that's so he's in the dojo right now, probably with Claire,
Yeah.
and maybe even Nick, and just working on honing those skills.
Nick is actually doing training, which I'll get to. But basically, you guys are in the dojo. Claire will obviously be with you because she's learning basically guided meditation and things like that.
Hmm.
Trying to like control themselves.
Hmm. Now, I mean, I don't more above board. I forgot that Nick was kind of our healer, and it sounds like Dean wants to try to pick up some kind of healing ability.
Well,
I don't
so
know.
so Nick has a healing ability, but I necessarily wouldn't rely on the NPC being there all the time when you need them.
Okay,
He
that's.
seems to arrive towards the end of a combat, and which
Hmm.
he'll get to, I'm sure, at some point to why that is,
Hmm.
unless you
Hmm.
ask him directly.
Okay.
But yeah,
But okay, so I mean, uh, Dean and Derek are both focusing in on picking up some kind of healing ability. Did Claire say anything about wanting to pick up a
I have
healing? I
not
don't.
gotten a grasp of what Claire decided on the abilities. I only know that she had told me in the last session that she wanted to learn how to control the little demon aspect inside her. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm. Um, yeah, and I just wanted to make sure that we weren't like um picking up on too many of the same kinds of things. That's all.
Okay.
If there were too many people that were going to become healers, and then it almost becomes um unimportant, because there were other skills that I was looking at that I could potentially go with if it felt like it was becoming too lopsided.
Yeah, I mean, you can totally change up the skill in the meantime. But like,
Hmm.
for instance, if you said that there was another skill in the light sphere or whatever in that you wanted to get, that's fine. Or you wanted to kind of change what your course, realizing, oh, there's other people learning these things, and you like let
Hmm. Hmm.
Dean borrow your book and you learn something else. That's fine.
Hmm. Okay.
But well, we can talk about those changes out of game easily enough.
Yeah, sure, that works.
All right, so that's
Yeah.
doing that. If you look out from your dojo, you do see what Nick is doing. He has built a kind of oasis with like trees and stuff, and
Hmm.
he has he has already entered what he thought was the necessary training, so he's already started. Basically, you see him like put his hands together, and like some of the wood, he's in his satyr form because that made the most sense because no one's gonna stop him. Which he puts his hands together like this, and he pulls them apart, and there's like a wooden staff that he made of like probably white oak because he's basically white oak at this point, and like
Mhm.
spins it around and starts creating like wooden copycat doubles and like fighting them. Like he's just kind of like knocking them over.
Okay.
He like woodland elf magic-y stuff. That's what it looks like out there. Like that's what he's training in.
Oh, I remember one of the things that Derek wanted to do. So at one point, he is going to try to get a bunch of the little ink people to come out and get into a circle around him, like he wanted something, and so they all come out to see what he wants, and he is going to, and everyone will hear this. He is going to let out a massive, a bellowing scream, and when he does, the little woodland creatures and potentially even any of Nick's little doubles that he's made will
Yeah.
all either vanish or be afraid of him.
Okay, that's fine. You want to scare Nick and well, not Nick, but like people around you and your little animals. That's fine. It's not really going to
Mhm.
prevent any problems, really. Just
No,
odd
no,
in the middle of the day, you'll hear like this loud shout.
yeah. And so all the little inkies or whatever you're calling them, all
Yeah,
either just like um sink into the ground or run off screaming or
yeah,
run off emoting, and run away from me. And so I'm like, all right, cool. I've learned this new ability.
nice. And then lastly, in the last few minutes, we will cut to what Amos has been doing. Uh, Amos, your building is on fire, but it doesn't seem to burn down.
Um, what if I manifest harder?
I mean, you can make the flames harder. Do you picture it burned down? Is that what you're trying to do?
Oh, yeah. I use the power of my mind to
Okay.
make it happen.
You burn the building down, but none of the stuff that you've brought with you guys is burned. It is just
Ah,
on the ground.
I see. And what if I really think hard about burning that stuff down?
Like the gear people brought.
Well, I'll take something out of my bag. Whatever. I'll really focus on burning it down.
Okay, if you take your own gear and you attempt to burn it with your with your mind, yes, you can burn
Mind,
your
yes,
own stuff.
the power of mind. Yes.
You can burn your own gear.
Wow. What about other people's gear?
Doesn't seem to work.
Yeah. Well, at least they thought of that. Um, you might think that this is all random, but it is there is a I'm training the powers of my mind.
You're doing quality assurance on his place to see what you can break. Is what
Well,
you're doing.
that is like the I guess a secondary benefit, but I'm really, powers of manifesting and the powers of my big brain. They need to be honed, they need to be improved, they need to be strengthened.
Sure.
Uh yes, I will continue to use the powers of my mind for various tasks and things. I did have a funny one.
All right.
Uh, do I see Derek? Not sorry, not Derek. Dean, resting by the pool or something?
Well, yes, because there's no walls to your building anymore. So yes, you
Ah,
definitely see him.
yes. I will manifest like a little shed around him. Not necessarily like,
Why?
burning him down, but I am manifesting like a shed, like a yes, like a shed, like a little prison cell kind of situation.
Oh, what's going on now?
Uh, anyway, I'm imagining. Can I, if I imagine harder, would the little dudes build it?
So any structures I've said the little dudes actually come out and build. So there are little guys building a shed around him as he sits there.
Right. On the double.
Still, Dean could probably escape from it because they're building it around him, you know?
Yeah. Well, they gotta build faster, so he can't escape.
Oh, okay. Well, they can't harm Dean. So if Dean gets up and leaves, there's
Yeah, I'm not trying to hard Dean. I'm just trying to build a shed that just happens to be a like a 2 by like a no not in feet that would be
Prison cell.
like a little 6 by 3 little sarcophagus situation.
uh they start to build it. Dean, what is your reaction? I'm not gonna not let him have a
I'm
reaction.
not. Is he? Well, I was hoping he'd be asleep, but I guess he wasn't. Shit.
Well, he was just talking to Eddie. Like he's not gonna be like, "Oh, I'm
Ah,
asleep."
Uh, Eddie, what's going on?
Dean
I look
stands
up
up
from
and
yeah, I look up from this book that I'm reading because I've assembled a little, or rather, the ink people have assembled a little, like outside library kind of thing. There's some books and I'm reading them, and I look up and I'm like, oh, uh, Amos?
He just assumes.
what? I'm not doing nothing.
Uh,
yeah, nice use of a double negative there, buddy.
yeah, I see that you're not doing nothing, but why?
And by the way, the house is gone. There's nothing there. There's just like rubble.
Nice.
He just deleted the
What?
house.
Yeah, what's the point, Amos?
I'm
Uh,
practice. I'm honing my mind brain.
Oh, boy.
Okay, I look to my left and there's there's the red telephone again.
Okay, that's fair. Go ahead.
So I dial the number and I call up Zanzibar.
Zanzibar the Great.
Eddie the Lesser. Yeah, so it seems like you've got quality assurance here. I don't know if that's really, the I mean, I figured that was at least part of the point you invited us here.
Oh, I could put the house back if you guys need the house.
That's fine. There's no rain or anything. And then I'm like,
Uh,
Hmm.
I hear you say that, and as you say that, I really think about it raining.
no, my books. Uh,
I assume they wouldn't affect the actual paper.
Um, one sec. I'm thinking. That is not the people in the
Well, it's not.
building.
If the fire doesn't affect gear, then why would rain?
Well, so you said you wanted the building on fire,
Yes.
but the building didn't burn down. It was simply on fire. So he's
Yes.
making it rain. Oh, man, it's like 10th dimensional things. Oh yeah, that's weird because now it's conflicting with him wanting to read the book. So yeah, the rain will kind of like bounce off, right? It won't actually hit his book.
anyway, everything seems to be good here. I just wanted to let you know that it's getting a little chaotic. Can you hear?
Oh yes, I can tell that. And he laughs.
All right, Eddie the Lesser saying goodbye.
Click. All right. More specifically, Amos, besides having fun being God and like deleting buildings and setting up a shed on top of someone, or doing the Fallout thing where you make 50 wheels of cheese and like not Fallout, Elden Ring. Is it Elden Ring?
Here's
Uh,
Skyrim. You can like generate
Skyrim.
tons of wheels of
All the
cheese, and
wheels
then
of
your room
cheese.
heats up from the CPU.
yeah. That's how I keep my house warm during the winter.
I did that once. It worked.
The but what I will say is there anything specific you're training? Is this what your training is? Is literally like trying to like
Um, I mean, so I haven't actually like looked at the specifics, but I am actually like trying to train my mind's eye, if you will, like being able to like the thing. The, I really got like I was just looking through the actual rule book. I do have a question about achievements, but how if we have any of those, because we haven't really.
the achievements are every 6 experience is 1 heroic achievement point.
Oh, I thought because it's
It's
because
like
it says you
conversion.
can use your experience points to get skills from your tree or achievement points to gather from another trait. So
You-
so
No, no, no.
anyway, I gotta
You
really
do.
read up on that, but yeah, I have some things I want to upgrade, and a lot of them are like you manifest a specific thing. So I am training my mind's eye in a sense.
Okay. So your training is basically having fun with like sim style danger. Basically, you're like you get
Yes.
they go into the pool and you delete the you delete
I mean
delete the
my
ladder.
what the fuck is it called? Magical, no, fuck is it called? God damn it. Uh the magical archetype is the defender.
Yeah.
Uh and so I am manifesting like various danger scenarios, if you will,
Okay.
but also, being able to conjure things with my mind.
Okay. So that's fine. So everybody has been
I mean, I'll tell you the specifics when I actually figure out like what the combination of the things I want is, but yeah.
okay. So the only thing that's really been damaged is Amos's own luggage because everything else
One
can just
item in
be
my luggage.
one item in your luggage because everything else can just be
But
recreated.
I am also manifesting rain, and then after the rain, I'm also gonna manifest some more stuff falling from the sky. A little more spicy stuff.
Okay, you know, that's fine. So basically, but everyone will know that it's Amos. So it's whatever they want to do next time we start is that we can decide to make Amos stop or not. Um, okay, that sounds good. So basically, it pans out with the party. Everyone's learning their skills, and Amos is distracting them from them. That's basically what we're going with. Yeah. All right. I hope everybody had a good session. I hope this was fun. It's the first time I tried to run like sort of a comedy one. So
Um, until what do you call it? Return next time for when I manifest the asteroid rain.
I feel like I said, anything that would damage them would be not allowed. We've pretty much
I mean,
gotten that.
I
Like,
just want this. I'm not saying I don't want to kill my friends. I just want the aesthetic. I'm just trying to create the what's the oblivion. What do you call it? The other world in Oblivion. What the fuck is it called?
I'll stop recording.